We're not just America's card room. We're the world's card room. A place where everyone comes together to play the game we all love. We are all unique, all competitive, and all striving to be the best. But at the end of the day, through thick and thin, we are all in together. There are those who play the game. And then there are those who pour blood, sweat, and tears into every hand. This one's for the fighters. Progressive Knockouts at America's Card Room.
From the Lodge Poker Club in beautiful Round Rock, Texas, welcome to Poker Night at the Lodge. My name is Rick Epstein, along with my partner each and every week, Mike the Skull Reisman, and we've got a great one tonight. It is a 5-5 uncapped action. Lots of action players. We got Frank in the box. We're ready to go from the Lodge Poker Club in beautiful Round Rock, Texas, and Mike the Skull Reisman, fresh off from his first shot of his vaccine. Of course, I've got my double shot power already, but Mikey, you got your first shot. Welcome back.
What's up, Rick? How's it going? Saturday night at the Lodge, as usual. We got a good game for sure. We're having a $25 rock game. So that will be a forced straddle of $25 under the gun whenever the player has that rock. We started off this game with a time clock for the first about 2 or 3 hands, and the players elected that they did not want to play with the time bank tonight. They said nobody's going to be tanking. We don't need it, Mike and Rick. So we were not going to argue with the players. We said fine, no problem.
We've got a great lineup while we're waiting to get cards in the air. We got Scotland, our good friend, in seat 1, Dante in seat 2, and tell us who else we got.
Yeah, we got Cy in seat 3. So Cy hasn't played in a couple weeks. But he's buying in. He's our deep stack, buying in for $5K. Mark has played in one of our previous Saturday night streams as well in seat 4. Seat 5 is Zach. Shot me an email, told me he was going to be in town this weekend, so we made a special arrangement for him in seat 5. The same with seat 6, who's Mrs. Outlaw from the Dallas area. Seat 7 is TM, and he's been a Lodge regular the past couple of weeks, but this is his first time on the stream. Same with seat 8, Zach. And then seat 9 is making his stream debut as well, and his name is Taylor. But everyone buying in pretty deep. Average stack about, 3,500 to 4K, right around there. So everybody pretty deep tonight.
And, of course, we got Frank in the box. And a lot of action here at the Lodge right now. Currently, we just started our bounty tournament, our Saturday night bounty tournament. And we've got probably 7 cash games of Hold'em, another cash game of Big O, and then this one. So it's a normal Saturday night. The action is right here. The Lodge is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Located exit 251 on IH-35 in Round Rock, Texas. Just a stone's throw from downtown Austin, 15-minute drive south. You'd run right in there. And we've already got 59 in the chat. Daniel Bird, Mike and Rick. The best in the commentary game. Thank you, Daniel Bird. Phil is in the house along with Anderson. Anderson says, see you Wednesday. So, these live streams are kicking right along. We just crossed 1,500 subscribers, folks, and we just had 1,000. We celebrated with a little Dom Perignon on the 28th, I believe, of February. We got to 1,000, and in less than 2 weeks, we added 500 more.
Yeah, so we're growing at a rapid pace, and that's what you'd love to see. That means we're doing something right here at Poker Night at the Lodge. Rick, Dave, myself, the players, the dealers, the managers here. We're all trying to put on a good show for our viewers around the country and around the world. And we're going to continue to do so. And we hope to hit that 2,000 marker in no time. And then, who knows? Maybe you go 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. That's the goal, and that's what we're going to do it for. Cards in the air, so we're going to get started.
Cards are in the air, and Miss Outlaw, who is a late entry, she traveled down from Fort Worth area to play, and she said, Skull Mike, get me into the game. And what did you do?
I kicked a regular out, and I got a seat for her. So new people get priority. The regular is going to be that first alternate. We have an alternate list going on, but I'm true to my word. So new players going to get priority. See that scroll on the bottom of the screen. If you want to play in a future game, let me know when you're going to be in town, and I'll try and accommodate you.
And you notice right off the bat, we have a $20 rock, which means whoever wins the hand.
$25 rock.
It's $25.
$25.
So whoever wins the hand, when it comes to them and they have the rock, they've got to put it in there to start the action off. Kind of like a forced straddle, right, Mikey?
Yeah, yes, indeed. It's only under the gun. So whoever wins this hand, next time when they're under the gun, it's going to be a forced straddle for them.
King 8-3, 2 diamonds. Neither player with much. Zach looks like he's going to take it down. And we'll go on to the next hand. Button will move to seat 4, and just getting started here. We want to thank our title sponsor, America's Card Room, as always.
Speaking of our other sponsor as well, as we're on the sponsor bit here, CLCpoker.com, with Foxin and Joe McKeon had recently just won a big tournament this past week in Vegas, and he took home about $250,000 there. So CLC Poker not messing around. If you're looking to gain a little knowledge on the tournament side as well as cash, you got to give them a look.
Looks like we've got a bet here from Scotland. Quick call from Dante, so it looks like we're going to go heads up to the flop. And as always, it takes a couple of hands to get our graphics done.
Yeah, we'll get them right here in just a second.
Looks like Dante's going to take that.
What's going on, Paul, Daryl, and Brian? Thanks for joining us from all over the globe.
Daryl from Spanaway, Washington. Paul from Toronto.
Do us a favor, everybody here, hit that like button so we can reach some new people here. We're still only 10 minutes into the stream. The more likes we get, the more people we can branch out to. Maybe they're watching us for the first time. Slick Rick in the Skull, live in Round Rock, Texas for Poker Night at the Lodge. 5-5, uncapped, lots of money on the table.
Chip values. Red chips $5, green chips $25. Black chips are $100, and if we get purples on the table, they'll be $500, and yellows, who knows? We had a few yellows last week.
Little sunflower seeds.
Little sunflowers, they're $1,000. The gray chips you see, those are tip chips, and that's how we tip dealers here at the Lodge, either with cash or with specially designated tip chips. They are not in play, and if a player goes all in, tip chips do not count in his overall total. Looks like we got a $25 straddle.
That is Frank in the box, one of the Lodge's finest dealers indeed. Helping us out tonight on a Saturday, coming in special for the stream.
James from Somerset. We got a little raise here. Over to Zach, makes it 75. We got 2 Zachs, so we're going to have to go figure out a way to make.
Yeah, they got an H and a K on the back. So
Zach K, Zach H.
Yeah.
TM
won't be a problem unless they're heads up, right, Ricky? No, they're in the hand right now. So, but you see, you got the K and the H, the 8 seed and the 5 seed. Well, the 8 seed goes bye-bye as we go 200 here from TM. 3 betting with Ace Jack of diamonds, and he's going to take it down without even seeing the flop. I like the 3 bet there, raising it up. Hard to play that hand out of position. He's going to take the initiative with a large raise and take it down before we even see any cards.
We're on to the next one. We've got so much planned for this live stream. We're on so far. Wednesdays and Saturdays have been our go-to nights, and we had a great ladies' night on Wednesday, and we'll tell you a lot more about that throughout the show. Some fireworks, not only in that show, but after the show, some post-game fireworks that we'll talk about. A little teaser there.
Woo!
And
Not going to want to miss that.
Miss Outlaw folds, and want to give a special shout out. My brother and his wife are in town from Oklahoma City. He usually plays up at Riverwind.
Why didn't we get him in the game this weekend?
They didn't. They're still about the COVID, so they're at home watching. So I want to give John and Laurie and Corey and Rob all a big shout out.
Team Epstein.
Yes,
in the house.
and subscribe. 7 of Diamonds on the turn.
You better get them on the like and subscribe train for sure.
And they're going to tune in at least till the second hour for the joke of the night. TM bets a buck and a squirt, 125. He's got a flush draw and a 7.
Dante here open-ended. So he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to make the call, 125, and we're going to see a river.
Ooh,
trips.
Trips for TM, nothing for Dante. So TM's going to win this hand. He's going to make a bet, and Dante is going to fold, I would assume.
Yeah.
Unless he's going to come over the top. You never know.
Kamikaze raise type of move here. Taking his time. Again, we're not using the shot clock tonight. And he's going to lay it down. Dante and TM, I don't think have any experience with each other here. So, as always, a little bit of a feeling out process early on here. High stakes, 5-5 uncapped.
Rick Epstein, Skull Mike in the box here, 20 feet below this featured table. Want to give a shout out, as I mentioned, America's Card Room, our title sponsor, and CLC Poker, Chip Leader Coaching. We'll tell you more about that throughout the show. But
I was a little out of breath going to the bunker tonight. Those 20 feet below, a lot of steps to get down here in the bunker. So I'm a little out of breath tonight.
Well, the escalator is not working.
Nope.
We're working on fixing the escalator. And there you see the rock in play. Scotland has the $25 fourth straddle bet. And you see that rubber band wrapped around 5 red chips. Whoever wins that, next time they're under the gun, they must place it in as the fourth straddle. 96 in the live chat. We should get that up going here much higher. We've had many hundreds over the last few episodes. Flop comes Jack 4-6, Rainbow.
2 players with the Jack here, so this could get interesting. Zach in the small blind with the better Jack, going to lead out here, $60.
Will Perry and his girlfriend Bailey watching. There's a bet and a call. 2 callers. 3 to the turn. Another Jack. Oh, the case Jack.
Wow, action card indeed.
And Zach with a K. 83% to win. Scotland needs some help here, but he thinks he's probably good here, Mikey. He's going to make it 115, it looks like. Scotland, one of the great guys.
Look at Cy not going anywhere with his pair of 6s. And a good check there by Zach there. Leading the flop, checking the turn here. And now he has coming in with a back raise, making it, what's that, 375 or 350?
375, it looks like.
375, and action back on Scotland. The man in the middle. Got to be a little concerned with Cy behind him, and then this little bit of a strange and tricky line here by Zach. But Scotland, a very wise and talented poker player, but he's at least going to peel one here. We're going to go heads up. That's going to do it for Cy. 2 players now. Seat 8 and seat 1, about 1.1 in the skillet, and we're going to take a river with Zach in good position to win this pot.
That's not going to help, and the kicker for Zach is going to be the man.
Let's see what type of sizing Zach comes with now. Like to see something along the lines of 600 minimum, at least half pot. So 675, 700, something along those lines to really put Scotland in the blender and make a decision here. Can't really love his 8 kicker. Zach taking his time, and let's see what he comes with.
Looks like he's going to follow your advice.
I think it's a little, let's see,
Looks like about 480.
680.
680.
So I like,
680, yeah, right about where you said.
I like it. I think that's a good size. It really puts Scotland in a tough spot. I think Scotland's going to be able to get away. So a little too high there. Maybe should have got maybe 475 and see what Scotland done there. So a little bit too pricey. Does not get paid off there on the river. A nice fold there by Scotland and a good hand by Zach.
Yeah, the blue octagon things are time chips. We're getting rid of the shot clock here right now. As the player said, you know what? We're not going to tank tonight, so no need for a shot clock. So as you see, we're collecting all those time banks. We did that once before because we had some tankers, and we don't like tankers.
Yeah, and I'm going to get out in front of it right now. We had a little bit of a...
Look at that good-looking guy just walking across.
I mean, you're looking pretty sharp tonight. I'm not going to lie. You look like you showered. You got a nice hoodie on there. It's something I would wear. The shorts are not bad. You usually look like you're coming in here like rolling out of bed and haven't showered in weeks. But today, on point, Ricky. Looking better than me, and that's hard to do.
Oh!
It's hard to do.
All right.
But I'm gonna get ahead of it here. We had a little bit of a technical glitch coming up here in a couple minutes, so just kind of bear with us with that. We're going to hope to fast forward it here. I think we have it under control, but in the next couple of hands here, we might have a little bit of a pause real quick, but we'll get back on track shortly.
Yeah, we might have to talk through it a little bit to keep our delay up. But Drew Lambert, no offense to the other live streams in Austin, but the Lodge commentary is on another level. Keep up the great work. Drew Lambert, my new favorite guy. Thanks, Drew. Ramon watching from Arlington, Texas. And we're on to the next hand. And the Lodge is hopping tonight. A lot of cash games.
Yeah, it's busy. Plenty of 1-2 tables. So 5 or 6 1-2 tables deep. There were 2 1-3s going on. We have a tournament going on. This 5-5 game.
Big O game in the back.
Big O game in the back. Forgot about that one. They play till, 2023 usually. So if you like poker, you know where to go to. You know where to drive to. Exit 251 off I-35 here in Round Rock. Always a game playing around the clock.
Yeah, and when we do have that technical difficulty here in another few minutes, I've got a story to tell everyone through that as we keep we get that 9-4-5 rainbow. Pair of nines for Zach. He's going to make it 55. Taylor in the 9th seat with King 6. Going to make that call. Dante with the tattoos.
It's a pretty ambitious call there by Taylor with King 6 here on the button, floating with just a king there, 1 over. Now he turns open-ended though.
Hey Victoria, how you doing?
Zach's still in the lead with his 9, but we're multi-way here. Checks it over to Taylor, and now Taylor picking up more equity on the turn. Places a bet here in position to 100 here, but still just with king high. And Dante with a gutter. Double gutter. Makes the call. Has this top pair. We're going to take a river 3-handed. And this is where it happens here. So just
there's a 5. 5 on the river. So it looks like Zach will win this hand if he stays in there. And it's going to go check all around. Zach's going to show his 9, and he's going to win this
nines
pot.
Are gonna hold up. So that's nice that those 9s hold up. Top pair all the way around there.
Yes, there will be a joke in the second hour, as always. I will not disappoint. And we'll have a little story here in a minute when we have those technical difficulties. In order to keep our 30-minute delay, we may have to.
You can tell them what happened last.
Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah, so this might be it here.
Yeah. So.
Just give us a
So here's the story, guys. We had as we fixed this glitch, which we knew was coming. Bear with us, but here's the story. I'm going to try to tell it as best I can. Mike, chime in whenever you feel necessary. But let me get the whole story out. After the live stream, the ladies' live stream, Mike goes and sits down with the ladies.
I'm a ladies' man.
Mike's a ladies' man. He sits down, plays a little to say thank you to the ladies that are left on the table. Granted, we're not streaming anymore. I decide, Mike calls me over. Hey, Rick, come on. Grab a couple $100. Sit down with the ladies. I said, you know what? I'm a man's man. I'm a ladies' man. I'm going to sit down with the ladies and play to say thank you for a great stream. So here's what happens. I'm sitting to the left of Mike. Skull Mike is in seat 3. I'm in seat 4. And I've got about $150 behind. And Mike makes it 20 to call. I've got Jack 9 suited. And I make the call. Flop comes Jack 5-4 rainbow. So I've got top pair. Mike makes it 42. I go all in for my remaining $100. Other person folds.
No.
No, other person
calls.
Other person calls, and then Mike re-raises.
Give my man a little
my all in
support there.
So he re-raises
Isolation.
behind isolation. She folds. Now it's just heads up between me and Mike. The dealer, Kevin, decides. He says, Rick, just like the live stream, put your cards on the back. So right away, I throw my cards over. Jack 9. Mike doesn't throw his cards over. Mike keeps them in his hand. Okay? So I say, okay, we're going to do it this way. And Mike knows I have top pair. The turn and the river come. I say, ship the biscuits to me because I feel that I won because Mike didn't show his cards, thinking Mike is my friend. He's obviously not showing because he's losing. He probably has ace-king or something. He turns over ace-jack. He slow-rolled me. Now, I didn't show it at the table right now, but there's one thing in life that you can do to me at the poker table that I will never play poker with you again, and that is slow roll me. So, Mike, enjoy that time you had playing with Slick Rick because that's the last time I'll ever play poker with you ever again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I only fooled you once, so how can you – I don't understand why I have to have such a lifetime ban there. I mean, I'm definitely I apologize for the slow roll.
It is
I intended to slow roll.
Right.
But poker rules as such, you were the one that was all in. I gave isolation there, but that I was still not the last aggressor.
I don't want to hear any excuses.
You're supposed to show your cards first, and then I'm supposed to show my cards.
It's accountability.
Okay.
It's accountability time, Mike. Respect the game.
Yes.
This slow rolling mentality that's going around.
Never ever would I slow roll a stranger.
You never should.
I had the stream in mind. I thought it'd be a good story for our viewers. I knew you were going to get a little steamed up about it.
You're backtracking. You're instead of taking accountability.
I apologize.
You're making excuses.
No, I apologize. The intent to slow roll was there. It was. That was the purpose.
You're damn right it was.
That was the purpose, and I indeed crossed the line. I did not think the reaction would be so severe. I expected a little brushback.
And by the way, while we're having this conversation, folks, the glitch is being resolved. It's about 3 or 4 minutes away, so bear with us as we talk through this extremely important psychological moment where
But
Mike
then you and the
Reisman,
dealer continued to berate me that I was the actual one to show my cards first, which is not the case.
The dealer did.
We have since consulted multiple floor managers saying that you were the one to show the cards first. And then, but Kevin, the dealer, was encouraging us to put our cards on our back like they do on the stream on an all-in. But, the bright lights were off. I chose to decline that option.
If we had 6 glorious women that just had a great time in the live stream, and you took it upon yourself to humiliate me in front of 6 women. And it was total humiliation, but you know what? I didn't let you see my humiliation. I
humiliate you on a weekly basis here on the Lodge Poker Club.
Different kind.
All over the world, they know. That's just how it's done.
And right now, folks, we did get the glitch resolved. Right now, we're entering all the new chip values into the system. So we got another 2 or 3 minutes here.
I apologize multiple times. I've since received death threats from Rick the past 3 days via text message.
No death threats.
Saying how horrible of a person I am. I told him I would never do it again. I put dinner on the table at his favorite restaurant on me. That was ignored. There was no answer to that. And this is the first time that we've seen each other since. And
Look, you know I can take a lot, and I give it, and I take it. We have fun with it.
You gave me a ship the
But
biscuits
there is-
there on a $45 raise with Jack 8 offsuit. What kind
Jack
of fish?
nine.
What kind
Jack
of
nine.
fish is playing Jack 9 that way, that aggressive from the get-go? I had Ace Jack in position on you.
You're making excuses. You're not taking accountability.
Let's just think about the play in general. Was it a good play by you? Were you happy with your performance on
yeah,
that
when I
hand?
flopped the Jack, you're damn right I was happy.
You don't think anybody else could flop a Jack, like Jack 10, Jack
I
Queen,
thought you-
Jack King,
there's no
Ace
way I
Jack that
thought
all
you would-
have you crushed?
There's no way I thought you would bet. I didn't think you had pocket jacks, and I didn't think you'd bet that much having a Jack in your hand without pocket
Well, you
jacks.
got fooled. You got fooled there, buddy.
So
You got fooled there.
you just frame that $100 bill that you won from me. Frame it,
that-
because you ain't seeing any more money
that-
from
that
the Rick
sparked,
dollars.
That sparked the heater for me. I took care of the post stream well. You know, I went on a good run. I was on a heater. Rick was at home crying, still crying.
All right, we're almost ready to go. That's what happened. We had to tell a story during this break. I'm sorry if some of you, one person said muted. Jedi Master Ted he's just such a positive light on the live stream. Comes in, talks smack, just refuses to like it, but continues to tune in every time. So Jedi Master Ted, we appreciate you watching every single time with your negative comments. But hey, look, we appreciate it. Mikey, I'm going to let it go. I probably will never play with you again.
Probably. Oh,
but,
so, okay. We're improving. We're improving.
But you must know the respect.
You got to give me a
You're
second chance.
too good of a player.
You got to give me a second chance, Rick.
You're too good of a player to do
It's
the
like
slow
death
roll
penalty.
shit.
The death penalty.
You're too good.
One time, death penalty.
And
Jeez.
we'll get over it. You know, like I said, you know, the fans love you coming at me. I like you coming at me, but they're you know, when we're off camera, in front of the ladies.
I love taking your chips, Rick. So and I'm gonna offer them back up to you at dinner of your liking, dinner of your choosing. So
Rayanne, we'll reintroduce the players. Scotland's in seat 1. Dante is in seat 2. Cy is in seat 3. Seat 4, we have Mark. Zach is in seat 5. Miss Outlaw, seat 6. TM is in seat 7. Zach with a K is in seat 8. And Taylor is in seat 9. And just to give you an idea of chip stacks right now, and we're ready to go. Sorry about the delay. Scotland has 3,000. Dante 1475. Cy 4765. Mark with 4,080 in front of him. Zach 1915. Miss Outlaw with 3290. TM with 3445. Zach with 3960. And Taylor with 2795. So we've got a ton of money here on this table tonight. And we're ready to go. Sorry for the delay. We gave you a little story. It's a true story. Names were changed to protect the innocent. And that's what happened after the show. That's too bad we didn't have that on stream. Then everybody could have known. We got heads up. And sorry for the delay. 139 in the live stream. And we'll go on to the next hand. Frank in the box, Skull Mike, Rick Epstein, Dave Klaproth, the executive producer. Miss Outlaw is, she's from, I believe, the Fort Worth area. At least that's what she told me. She has a little tiny dog with her. Cute little dog.
I think it's on the seat right behind her.
Yeah.
A little out of the camera angle right
like
there.
Some sort of dachshund mix there.
Yeah.
$15 straddle from TM.
Yeah, TM's good action here. He's been playing the Lodge a lot lately the past couple of weeks, and he's very comfortable putting chips over that black line here. Hard betting line at the Lodge. We're in Round Rock, Texas. 5-5 uncapped, our Saturday night big game.
Palos says, is everything okay with Nick from Yuma? He's not here yet. He'll be here. He's probably on another stream wrapping things up. 65 is the bet from Cy.
We're going to get these graphics back up in a second as well.
And we'll go heads up between Cy and TM.
The 3 and the 7 seat, King, 9 flop. Checked over the side, who quickly bets. It looks about a pot-sized bet to 120. And let's see what TM elects to do here. So king, 9 flop. And TM is the one holding a king. So he flops trips. Sai trying to tell a story of trips. And we're going to take a turn here. Let's hope Sai doesn't hit an ace, or otherwise he might be in trouble. Let's see if TM checks again. He does not. So a little interesting of line here. Checks flop, now deciding to lead turn. Don't love the lead here on the turn. I would either check raise there on the flop or decided to check here on the turn and let Sai maybe fire in some more chips. But nonetheless here, that gives Sai an option to get away.
Yeah.
And he realizes that his ace-4 offsuit is no good here, and TM will take down the pot.
Mike or Milk, yes, the mask mandate in Texas may be one thing.
You were talking about the milk that's been in the fridge for 3 weeks?
Milk can. But anyways, the mask mandate in Texas is one thing. The mask mandate in the lodge is another. We do require all players and dealers to wear the mask. You know, it doesn't hurt nothing. We're being on the safe side. And there's the rock, the $25 straddle automatically from the seat 8, Zach. George Castleberry, yes, I'm a little butthurt over a slow roll, or about $1.50. See, I'm not in the high stratosphere. I don't play the high stakes. I play the 1-2 game. I buy in for my 300, give it a couple bullets, and see what happens. So $1.50 is a lot for the average man, and I am the average man.
Gave you isolation, too, there. You had a lady there trying to flush you out.
See, Mike,
I said,
you
get out of Rick's
well.
pie here.
You did so
Let's
well.
Let's go heads up, mano-y-mano.
Do you really want to go there? Now is big raise from Zach with pocket tens.
I've apologized for 3-4 straight days, and you haven't even accepted my apology. Still won't ever play with me again.
I want to let you twist in the wind, but don't. The worst thing you can do, Mike, is start making it
I apologize. I know I hurt your feelings. I will not do it again.
There's only
I know
one
how
thing,
sensitive you are.
There's only one thing at the poker table. One thing. There's so much you can do at the poker table to insult people. The only thing, I should have let you know that. I'll take responsibility on that. I should have given you a long time ago, because we are good friends, that slow roll has no place in the game. I don't care if you're best friends and it's a quarter table. I don't get it. I don't get the whole idea of slow rolling.
If your buddies, it's not cool. Slow rolling in general is just not cool. But if you're good buddies with somebody, you want to needle them a little bit, poke some fun here and there. But that's the poor judgment by me, not having a good read on you, knowing.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's my bad, Rick, and it will not happen again.
Sai with the 30. Now Sai has the pocket tens. Miss Outlaw comes along on the button with 5-6 offsuit, as does Zach and TM. We're going to go 4 ways to a flop. George Casper, we need to get, two-pair alert, two-pair.
Well, 2-pair for Zach and Mrs. Outlaw here, so this could be trouble, along with the flush draw for TM, so buckle your seatbelts.
Oh, my goodness. 55 from
Imagine
TM.
if the 10 of clubs peels on this turn. My God. So TM's going to lead here, $55. Zach smooth calling. Action on Sai, and Sai raising it up to $1.25. Pretty strange line here by Sai. I don't love the min click here. Multi-way. You got to give credit for a queen on somebody here. And even if the 10 of clubs peels, then you're really going to get into trouble, wondering, am I good? Does somebody have a flush? Mrs. Outlaw with bottom 2 saying, get that weak sauce out of here. $55, $125. No, thank you. I came here to play, boys. $325 on the button. And look at, I like her little table presence there. Looking nice and serious, calm. She's got a stack of tip chips.
TM goes out. He was the initial better.
And look at Zach eyeing her down. They don't have any experience with each other. But Zach is not afraid to play big pots either. And he has the best of it right now. Has Mrs. Outlaw in severe trouble. Got to be maybe worried about pocket sixes perhaps, the way this hand is kind of played out. But Zach ain't going to be going nowhere. I imagine he's going to check this over and see what Mrs. Outlaw decides to do. Heads up now, Sai has decided that his tens are no good. And Zach has checked, and we're on Mrs. Outlaw, reaching for black chips. Pot already at 1K. And what is this, 500?
425.
425.
Yeah. Zach, what is he thinking here, Mikey? He's got to think he's good here.
Yeah, I think he thinks he's good, or he's up against, sixes. So you really have pocket sixes, and the way that turn bet was, I think you can start to eliminate that. But now we have a 4-liner. That could slow down the action here. So I imagine Zach's going to check it again, and I think Miss Outlaw will now check behind, satisfied with the 2K in the middle. I imagine this goes check, check, and Zach's going to take it down. Check, check. Two pair, shift the chips over to seat 8.
Oh, and Miss Outlaw sees that she's beat. She shows her 5-6. And Zach, he's won a few big pots already. He takes another 1,800, stacks it his way. Gives Frankie a nice little $10 tip. Those are $5 tip chips he just tossed Frank's way.
Yeah, Miss Outlaw needs to kind of be thankful with that run out, because who knows, if it's a blank there on the river, she might go blast off again one more time and even lose more chips. I don't see Zach folding there at all.
180 in the live chat. We want to thank each and every one of you, even those who decide to make one negative comment. Several of you have made incredible comments tonight, and we'll have to find out a special over and under, Mikey.
Yeah.
We'll have to. We do that every night along with our nightly joke, and then we're going to talk to you about some other things. Lots of great things going on here at the lodge.
We should have done the overall price on that birthday cake for Nakia that we had on ladies' night last Wednesday.
It was beautiful.
That was a success on Wednesday. What a great game. We had all the ladies. They all had a good time.
Yep.
They want to come back and do it again. So we're going to try and move that game to a Monday in the future, maybe the first Monday of April, and even have a couple more ladies that didn't get a chance to play on that first go-around get in the mix on the second time around. A couple suited paint cards here. King, Queen off for Taylor. The 9 and the 1 seed going at it.
Scotland and Taylor.
Taylor new to the stream. Scotland a staple.
There's the king for Taylor. And 2 hearts out there. Let's see if Scotland continues his story. He does. He makes it the same 45, I believe, as he did before the flop. Lodge Poker Club located in Round Rock, Texas. Open 24 hours a day. Here's the turn, ace of hearts. That's going to slow some things down. Now a straight draw for Scotland. Bianca says her boyfriend's at the table. Tony, I'm not going to bring up the slow roll anymore. That's the kind of guy I am. I've got it out of my system. Jack of clubs on the river. Scotland hits his jack, but he's going to lose to the king. So you don't have to worry about that, Tony.
So we have a special 5-5 game coming up next Wednesday as well. So it's going to be back-to-back 5-5 games. Slick Rick and the Skull, we stream every Wednesday and Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. But next Wednesday, instead of our 1-3 game or our ladies game or our Chi-Town Cat, etc. game on Wednesday, we're going to have a special 5-5 game with the Queen of Felt. If you're not familiar with her, look her up on Instagram, as well as E. McKenzie, who has played many times here on the stream as well. Lots of good players are going to be in the mix on Wednesday. It's going to be some high-quality poker with a mix of good action. So you don't want to miss out on that this Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time.
$10 strudel from Dante. Cy will fold, as does Mark. Uh-oh, Zach with the ladies.
Lady alert here.
Going to raise it up.
Don't have my soundboard open at the moment.
To 40. Tony, I know you're kidding. No biggie. Like I said, we have good time. We joke back and forth.
I got some Krispy Kremes here in the booth, Rick.
I know, I saw them.
In case you need one.
I had a delicious lunch today from Zia 1313. Great pizza, by the way, if you're from Austin. Great Detroit style. Ace 4-5, 2 diamonds.
Not the cards that the ladies wanted to see. Bullets in the air here, 4-5 of diamonds as well, but Queen's still in the lead. C-betting to $45, and everybody else goes bye-bye, so the Queens still survive.
8:40 at Central Time. We'll go to probably a little past 11 tonight since we had some little bit of technical difficulties. We believe we fixed them, and it happens. You know, we're dealing with a lot of electronic equipment, and sometimes
Overheats.
it overheats. Who knows what happens? You know, we all own computers. Sometimes your computer doesn't work as fast or as you want it to. So button moves to the seat 9, and we're going on to the next hand.
That's the beauty of live streaming as well. There's no time to edit, cut things out. We're on the fly here doing it in the booth, 20 feet below the table here. Table 11.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's always pretty smooth, but sometimes there's little hiccups, but we power through. That's what we do here at the Lodge. Power on through.
$20 is the bet. And Miss Outlaw will come along. Miss Outlaw's dog right behind her can barely see. Maybe we'll get a good look at that at some point. And Zach, probably the most active so far. As you see, Scotland has money behind. Looks like he bought some more chips. It is uncapped. Load as much as you want.
Yeah, bring the Brinks trucks. If you want to just bring it in here, back it up to table 11, you can dump it all out on the table and play for it all.
Ace, Queen, 8, all puppy feet, and the only one with a club is Dante.
Zach right now a top pair. I played for about 2.5 hours work today. Could barely even make a pair. Didn't get touched up that bad because I was barely involved in any pots. It was disgusting.
Well, you know, you
Can't
didn't lose.
Can't be rainbows and butterflies every day at the tables. I lost a couple hundred, but that's neither here nor there. It's nothing too major. I've had a good week, a good month so far. Very profitable month for the Skull.
Benjamin, yes, we appreciate you saying that about the Lodge. As Zach with an H is going to take that down. Nice little pot. Yeah, it is a nice poker room. We get a lot of compliments about the staff. So many staff. I think we got 9 or 10 from the Boston Encore, Boston Harbor Casino. Then we've got some from Vegas. Frank used to deal in Vegas and on a cruise ship. He's one of our best dealers, Frank. I still want to get a dealer Olympics where we have 5 events and decide who is the king dealer here at the Lodge. I know Frank would be.
What events would you have?
First of all, here's the events I put. I dump a bunch of chips on the table. They'd have to stack the chips and do a split. That's event number 1. Number 2, shuffle, deal out the cards.
Pitch.
How many seconds?
Right.
Third event, put a bucket in the corner in seat 7, and how many they can. In 10 seconds, how many cards they can make in the bucket. So there's all sorts of events we can have.
Okay.
And we crown the best dealer of the Lodge. I think that'd be a great live stream.
I like it.
Maybe even before we do a cash game one night, we pre-record it.
Maybe we talk about an Omaha pot and just yell out pot real quick with however much money's in the pot already.
And they have to figure it
come
out
with the amount. That's always a little bit tricky for dealers. But everybody and their mother in this hand. It looks like we're going, 8-way to a flop here. Nobody wants to fold. Queen 9, 10. And my goodness, do we have a lot of things to sort through. Top 2 alert for Zach on the bottom of your screen here, seat 8. So Zach running hot so far.
Man, look at all the people in this pot.
Top 2. Nobody with 2 clubs.
He's going to make it,
Yeah.
looks like 160.
I like that bet size. Pretty wet board there. 2 clubs. Straight possibilities with the Jack King, etc. So he wants to thin the field down absolutely with a top 2 holding such as this. And Miss Outlaw with the open ender and bottom pair will elect to continue. So these 2 are tangoing one more time. A couple moments ago we had the 2 pair versus 2 pair, and now we have this.
Deuce of hearts.
Blank city on the turn, so Zach still with a stranglehold, 73% equity. Deciding what type of sizing to come with. I think he goes with something along the lines of 375 here.
These 2 have already got some history early here, Mikey.
He might go 375.
Man, very close. Looks like 325.
Yeah.
And Miss Outlaw with her open-ended straight draw and a pair of 9s is going to fold.
I'm not deciding to chase here, giving Zach credit for a hand here. Already saw what Zach showed over that first time. Says, I don't think this man is punking me. Ask him if he had it right there. They're talking between each other, and Zach says, yeah, it's top 2. No big deal. Ship it.
George Castleberry was watching from his boat on Wednesday night, ladies' night. You know how I know that is because I texted who was on his boat. Steve and George need to get on a future live stream. We need those 2 guys.
Yeah, those guys get their COVID shots yet? I mean, come on, George.
Come on,
the
George.
vaccines are out, George. It's time for you to make your appearance back in person.
Anybody over 50 now can get their vaccine.
And why have
George,
I not
50.
gotten the invite to the boat before, George?
George is a fisherman.
I think I'm
with Steve. George and Steve were on a boat Wednesday night watching the Lodge live stream on Lake Travis.
Have you been on George's boat?
Never. Didn't even know he had a boat.
Maybe we should slow roll George.
No.
Just kidding.
There's a bet from TM raises to 35. Dante's going to come along. Maybe the over-under needs to be Dante's tattoo. Something to do with that. He's got 2 sleeves.
Yeah.
We'll figure out
quite
something.
An impressive beard as well. I can't grow a beard like that. Can you, Rick?
I don't know. I don't think so. Take many years. $1.15 is the bet. Over to TM, the initial raiser.
Ace, jack, pair of 10s, ducks. I like the raise here by Mark with a pair of 10s. Plays a lot better heads up versus multi-way, 5-way. Don't want to be playing 10s 5-way.
Rayanne Sines says she gets her second shot tomorrow. She'll be back at the Lodge in 2 weeks. We can't wait to see you, Rayanne.
Yes, that's exciting news. But look at this. The 110 by Mark, not getting through anybody, as we will go.
Wow.
5-way to this flop here. TM opening it up. Look at TM here playing 6-3 of hearts. Middle position,
Man.
not afraid here, trying to catch his opponents off guard. Let's see what the flop brings.
My God.
Oh my God, what a flop. What a flop here. The 6-3 gets rewarded. 2 players with an ace here.
TM, 2 pair.
And Sai's just going to lead right from the jump here. Oh my God, this is going to be trouble for Sai here.
Looks like 335 from Sai.
I don't really like this lead by Sai. He's trying to find out right now where he's at, though. But I would have checked this over to Mark, the pre-flop aggressor. He probably would have likely thrown out something, and there might have been a back race behind. Could have saved this 335 potentially, but nonetheless, Sai taking the lead. And he's going to get raised right now. No slow playing necessary. A little bit of a min click.
800.
A little more than a min click.
An 8-ball from TM, who's come to play Mikey.
6-3 like a boss gets rewarded. What a flop for 6-3. Even with backdoor hearts, a possibility here. And now Dante taking his time. I'm not sure what Dante's doing here. He's got deuces. He's not coming along.
Getting a little TV time. Dante, you better fold that, buddy.
Dante wants to play on the stream on Wednesday as well, but the game might be full.
He folds. Over to Sai. This is a big challenge for Sai. He's going to quickly call, though. Not that big of a challenge.
Doesn't take his time at all here. Another club might slow down the action. Unlikely. He'll now check. TM, let's see what TM wants to do. Pot over 2K now. He's got about a pot-sized bet. He might even just rip this. Ripping this is a possibility. And he has ripped it. So we are all in. Pot now over like about 4.5K. An all-in rip.
What do you do if you're Sai? You can't call this, can you?
You lay it down. Don't see Sai calling this. And he quick laid down there. So good on Sai, not taking much time on that. A nice bet there by TM, not willing to risk it. Could be counterfeited by a number of cards there, probably putting Sai on at least an ace there, and he doesn't have a club to boot. So I like the rip there, the pot big enough. Sized up there on the flop, rips it on the turn, and takes it down 6-3 of hearts, binking bottom 2 pair.
Wow.
Bink, bink.
Rayanne Sines, the first person I hug will be Rick Epstein. Hey, hugs are free.
Wow, you two get a room. Jesus.
Hugs are free.
Wow.
We got so many great compliments from Ladies Night. The ladies just loved being on the YouTube, and we got great comments from the viewers, and it was a fun night.
Yeah, it was good stuff. We had a bunch of ladies that weren't able to play because, you can only fit 9 people at the table at a time. So there are plenty of other ladies that are interested in playing in future games. So if you're a lady, if you are a man, whatever it may be, if you want to play on the stream, shoot me a link, an email at skullmikepoker@gmail.com, and I'll get you in on the mix.
The scroll.
Yeah, we're gonna get that scroll coming up here in the future. We'll take a couple moments here. It's probably when we restarted our systems, we lost our scroll, but we'll get it back. Miss Outlaw with middle pair of nines, out flopping Big Slick from Scotland here. But in position, he might elect to float, and he does. Backdoor spades, 2 overs. Gonna try and put some pressure. Let's see what Mrs. Outlaw does here. I think she checked it over to Scotland. So now let's see if Scotland wants to. Checks. Does not want to rep a 10. Sees a free card here. Miss Outlaw, good. Pot at 150. I think she checked it over.
Scotland, no, she hadn't
Nope,
checked
she's
yet.
reaching for a little value. There you go.
And quick fold. And Miss Outlaw will get some chips. And 211 in the chat. And yeah, the Rabbit Cam, we're still working on that. We will have that eventually. And thank you for reminding us. Ben Jammin says 220 watching, 211 now. Smash the like button and please subscribe. Already at 1,500 subscribers when we logged on today. We were at 1,000 on the 28th of February. So in about less than 2 weeks, we went from 1,000 to 1,500. So that's a good sign. Folks are liking this stream.
Yeah, that's a big jump. And that's not enough for us.
No, we want to get it up there.
15,000 we're looking for. And we're going to be here for however long it takes. We're not going anywhere, and neither should you. Every Wednesday and Saturday, we're streaming here, 8 o'clock Central Time. Big games, little games, medium games, tournament poker. If you love poker, this is your channel. Hopefully you like the commentary that Rick and I provide for you. Some good entertainment. It's not always just about the poker. We like to talk about life. We like to needle each other. We like to have a good time. It's all in good fun. But some great poker here tonight, our 5-5 uncapped game.
Pair of fives for TM. And now he's got trips. TM is starting to hit some cards. Jake Stein likes Dante's Eagles hat. Jake Stein's wife, it was a pleasure. Finally got to meet G Monkey, a.k.a. Kristen. We go heads up with TM.
10 balls, so now we have a full house. TM heating up here. He had
Wow.
6-3 of hearts. And now
Miss Outlaw, make it 55. Here comes the hammer.
yeah,
And I'm going to tell you about a sponsor here after this hand.
hammer coming, but it's not gonna get called by Outlaw here. So
Little raise.
175.
No way Miss Outlaw can call.
No, it takes a stab there on the river, but that's not gonna get through. Boat good.
So TM, another pot. Let me tell you about our newest sponsor. Chip Leader Coaching is an AI-driven platform designed to react to your game and teach you what you need to work on the most. Chip Leader AI features personal input from Chance Cornuth and Alex Foxen, who spent thousands of hours writing explanations to over 3,000 specific spots. As you answer questions, the AI learns exactly what you need to work on and adapts to you personally. For more information, go to clcpoker.com. That's clcpoker.com. Pretty innovative stuff there, and those are some serious tournament players and cash game players.
Those guys have had some recent results, as we mentioned earlier on there. Those guys are no joke. Some of the best players in the world. So if you're trying to improve your game, give them a look.
And no, the joke always comes in the second hour, so you haven't missed the joke yet. There is the rock. Remember, we're playing with a $25 rock. If the player wins that, when they become under the gun, they must put it out there as a straddle. It looks like TM and Zach are going to go to town again, along with Dante, ace-3 jack. Dante with his pair of fours.
down there. Nobody willing to continue. Not much of a holding elsewhere, and the fours are good. Sailboat City.
209 in the chat. We
So
thank you.
we're changing the clocks back tonight, are we not?
Yes, spring forward, fall back. So we go forward. So
we
at
lose an hour.
at 2 o'clock it becomes 3 o'clock.
God, that's the worst.
Yeah, you lose some time over the weekend, but it's going to get brighter earlier. 6 a.m., 6:30. The sun will be out. Be ready to go. I don't understand why we still do that. Somebody who's much smarter than me in chat land has to tell me. I realize back in the day it was for the farmers, and the farmers could have extra daylight to do the crops. But come on now. Do we still need daylight savings time? Somebody give me an answer, please. I don't think
I'm
so.
going to be heading to Arizona this week, so
Well,
there's no daylight
Right.
saving times there. So I'm going to be all type of twisted and confused next week.
And that's what I didn't understand. You know, there's a part of Indiana, like just a little county that doesn't do daylight savings time. So actually, if you worked in that county and you're driving from another county, it'd be crazy to figure out when you start work.
Might as well just stay where you are and not even think about leaving.
Absolutely. On to the next hand.
$15 straddle looks like from Roger, seat 1, a.k.a. Scotland.
Scotland.
Scotland's finest.
Somebody was saying the other day that Scotland was one of the nicest places they've ever visited. I've never been there.
I have not been there either.
If you like golf, I think it's a kind of a golf mecca, maybe where golf was born.
Yes,
in Scotland.
St. Andrews. Different type of golf, links golf.
Yeah. Over to Miss Outlaw, she folds. And another
TM.
pot for TM. Now, where's TM from? I don't. What's the story on him? Do you
I'm
know?
not exactly sure on the full story about TM. I've just recently come across him. He's a kind gentleman. He's been at the lodge, for about the past 6 weeks or so. Likes playing big games. Always has a good attitude, whether he wins a pot or loses a pot. So that's the type of people you want to play with. And he wanted the chance in this game. I said, absolutely, man. You earned it. Hop in here. Let's see what you got. And he's playing very well tonight.
There's a bet from Zach on the button. We're going to make it 25 with his pocket fours. Looks like we've got 5 people with a flop, 10, 10, 8. And Taylor with an 8 in his hand. 2 pair.
Nobody with 10. Nobody. We have a nut diamond alert here in seat 4. Always a little dicey, though, chasing those flushes when the board is already paired. But Mark's still going to continue here, $55. Getting called by his buddy in seat 9. So Taylor and Mark are familiar with each other. Mark was supposed to have a buddy coming down from, I believe it was the Dallas area, but had to cancel last minute. So I think Taylor was a replacement. Mark said he was bringing a friend, and his friend canceled on him, but he still was true to his word and brought another friend. And they're battling here, heads up. Mark out-flopping, out-turning his buddy after Taylor connected with that flop, 8s and 10s, and Taylor still doesn't look to be going anywhere here. I think this might go check on the river here, unless a diamond peels.
5.
I think this is going to go check, Ricky.
Mark with the 2 pair. Higher 2 pair than Taylor's.
Does go check. So aces are good. 2 pair, aces and 10s.
Yeah.
And the 8s die. Second period here, we just crossed the 9 o'clock hour. Joke will probably be coming up in about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Saturday Night Poker here from the Lodge in Round Rock, Texas. Do us a favor and hit that like button. We got about 210 in the chat right now. The more likes we get, the easier it is to reach new viewers. So close down that chat if you can real quick. Open up your tablets, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're here every Wednesday and Saturday.
So proud to see that we don't have our normal 1 or 2 dislikes.
Don't even bring up such a
Don't
thing.
even bring it up. So somebody puts it on there.
What a noob! You're such a noob,
Well,
Rick.
usually we have it before the stream even starts. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if we get. Hey, just participate.
Yeah. If you don't like it, that's fine.
If you don't like it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just keep watching.
Yeah, we embrace the haters as well as we love our fans and our loyal viewers. We got thick skin, although Rick's is a little thinner than mine, as we heard earlier on in the show.
Jack 99.
Not much bothers Mikey.
Taylor with trips. Oh, yeah,
Not much bothers Mikey. I just kind of brush it off my shoulder. Brush that dirt off your shoulder. What's that? Was that a TLC or was that like Beyonce's song? What's that?
Yeah.
Dirt off your... No, that's Jay-Z. What am I talking about? Jay-Z, dirt off your shoulder. Just brush it off, Rick.
Looks like we got
Get over it, chump.
a bet. $60 with the trips.
Rightfully
Cy coming along.
Rightfully so with that bet of 60 on the button. In position, trip 9s.
Open ender for Cy. Doesn't hit it. Deuce of hearts.
Blank on the turn. Let's see how high Taylor goes with another bet here. I think Cy's still going to continue. Probably go something along the lines of 150. He looks to be going a little bit lower. Maybe reaching for a couple more. What's that? 100 even? 125?
Buck and a squirt. 125.
Snap call by Cy.
There's the
That's
queen.
going to get Cy in trouble now. So
Yeah.
I imagine he might be putting Taylor on a jack, depending on the sizing here. I hope Taylor does not check this here. He still has to think he's good, and he does. Reaching for chips might go somewhere about 250. Gets snap called.
Wow.
So that queen did hurt Cy. Snap called, and the queen's no good. Trips are good for Taylor. Not the card that Cy wanted to see in seat 3. Pays the man off in seat 9. And these players, no history with each other, so maybe a call for information there, etc. And try and get him on a bigger pot later on, maybe in the 3rd period of our show.
Worst possible card on the river for Cy. Gave him queens and 9s. So it wasn't a very good card for Cy. Yes. We mentioned that. And it's daylight saving time. Okay. There is no S. Sorry about that. And if I was wrong about getting darker or lighter in the morning, that's an apology too. See, I just have found this in life. Take your punishment, say you're sorry, and move on. People have nothing to say. When you say, you know what, you're right, there's no comeback. Somebody can come back. But if you said, well, I did this, I did that.
You're right, Rick. Whatever you say, buddy, you're right.
What did I? Did somebody do something wrong?
Yeah, a couple dislikes.
Who
Yes, why don't we
cares?
have the dislikes and then boom, dislikes.
Who cares? If somebody's going to spend that time to give us a dislike, God love them. They got issues. Because if you're watching a program for hours and hours and you dislike it, why are you watching the program for hours and hours? That's my question of the night.
Some people like to
Here
be
comes
haters.
I know. Haters gonna hate.
That's right. That's what they say.
Looks like a bet from Scotland to 240.
Raising it up here, attacking Zach. Zach opening. But Zach not heading for the hills just yet. Jack 10 suited, definitely good enough to see some flop cards, community cards. Let's see 3 right now, Frankie.
Frank gives us a flop. King 8-6, all hearts, and Scotland with the ace of hearts.
Good flop there for Scotland, especially being the 3-better pre. In the driver's seat on this pot right now.
You see 85% equity there.
225, I like the bet, quickly taking it down, and we're going to go on to the next one. Nice aggressive play there by Scotland.
Man, we got a Temple Owl reunion in the live chat. Lots of people who went to Temple. Bill Cosby's alma mater. I bet you love to claim him now.
I've been to Temple a few times as well. As an East Coaster myself, familiar with the Philadelphia area. I've been there for some work. I've been at the hospitals of Temple. I've been to a basketball game at Temple. I moved in a good friend of mine. Shout out to Bianca Harris. When she went to college as a freshman and I was a little boy, I helped her out, moving her into her dormitory. So I'm familiar with Temple. Shout out to Temple.
Lots of good colleges in Philadelphia. Penn is there.
Yeah.
Ivy League school.
Yeah, UPenn indeed.
It's a $20 bet.
St. Joe's, Villanova.
Nova. Yeah, that's some good basketball in that city.
Yeah.
25, actually 20 is the bet from, I believe Mark made it. Actually, Zach with King Queen offsuit. Cy with Jack 10 suited. He flops a Jack. Very good hand, flopping a top pair. But Zach will continue his story with that same $20. Scotland will bottom pair.
Arm's starting to get sore there, Rick.
Yeah, for the shot, you're going to be a little sore.
A little sore.
The second shot is what got me. I was a little down for the count after that second day.
Just fatigue, tired? But
just fatigue.
Yeah.
But the first shot didn't affect me at all, so
hold on.
You'll be a little sore. Here comes the turn. Looks like a queen of clubs. Now a club draw for Cy to go along with his pair of jacks. Cy dominating this hand right now, 83% equity.
Scotland's going to put the pressure on here with a pair of fives. In position, and Cy just took a little mini hit here, losing that hand to Taylor here, so.
It's like 275.
Let's
big
see
bet.
how he responds to this. Cy's going to look him up here, believe in his jack, and rightfully so. We're going to take a river, one pair versus one pair.
Now two pair for Cy, two pair for Scotland.
Pot close to 800 here. I imagine Cy's going to check it. Scotland cannot believe that his 5 has good enough showdown value to win this hand after being called. Maybe you're beating clubs or some type of straight, but even now that the 8 gets there, he does check it, waves the white flag, and Cy's going to take it down.
Cy's going to win a big pot here. Yeah. We'll go on to the next hand. Lots
Rick,
happening. Yes.
I haven't heard you pump up your joke tonight. So are you a little? I feel like you're a little worried about this one.
I'm not worried. It's not my best work, but you know what? The people will still like it.
It's a laser read right there.
We'll tell that here probably after this hand because we're in the second hour.
Usually in the first period, you'll pump it up. If it's a good one, you're really excited about it.
I can never tell.
I think I'm just gonna get my number 2 ready.
No.
I'm gonna start off right now.
I'm always gonna be better than average.
So it's 1 if you like the joke, 2 if you don't like the joke, and if you see in the chat right now, I started this off right.
No, I'm always gonna be better than average. The average bear. $20. TM, the most active player so far today. You're gonna make it 20, and Cy on the button is gonna come along. Mike's going to leave the booth for a minute. I'll take it solo here for a minute. And we'll actually wait till Mike gets back into the booth to tell the joke. I don't know how Mike got the shot. In Texas, they've started to open it up a lot more. I think age 50, Mike isn't 50 by any stretch, but age 50 or above can now get it. And if you're in a medical field, Mike works in the medical field. That may be it. Don't know how he got it. I got it about a month ago because my mom is in assisted living facility, and I was able to get it as a caregiver. So I've got both my shots. I encourage everybody. Let's just get it over with. get everybody vaccinated as quickly as possible. That way we can get back to some normalcy here. How does that sound? Yeah, as soon as Mike gets back, I'll tell the joke. There's a 55 raise from Zach with Queen 8 of diamonds. Scotland is coming along with his ace queen. Over to Miss Outlaw with Jack 4 will fold, and TM with his 10-3 of clubs. TM likes to see flops, and let's see if it pays off for him again. Jack King 4, 1 club. So Scotland way ahead with his ace queen. 230 in the live chat. John says he gets second shot tomorrow. Fantastic. That's the way to do it. Yo diggity. Fold by TM, as does Zach will fold. Soko Slots says, you're military. Thank you for your service, Soko. 0 side effects. Yeah, I didn't have any except that second shot. The second day I was literally got home and just was on the couch and just fell asleep for the day. I was just zonked. But that's it. Nothing else. So I encourage everybody. Do your part. Get us back to normal. Let us all get to see our friends on July 4th, hopefully. Maybe to go to a ball game. Can't wait for that in the fall. Football. Need some crowd in the stands. 55 is the bet from Dante with Big Slick. And Mikey coming back in the booth here in a minute. And we'll tell the joke probably. Joke alert will come after this hand. All right. So here's the joke of the day. A man, age 50, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he decides to call home to see what's for dinner, see if he can bring anything home. He calls. Little girl answers the phone, and he says, "Hi, sweetie. Is your mom there?" And she goes, "No, Mommy is up in the bedroom with Uncle Frank." And he goes, "You don't have an Uncle Frank?" She said, "Yeah, Uncle Frank's up there with Mommy in the bedroom with the door closed." The man says, "Well, go up there and tell her, yell through the door, say, Daddy is in the driveway and he's on his way in. Just yell it and come tell me what they do." She goes upstairs, does exactly what he says, comes back down on the phone, and she says, "Daddy, I said that. Mommy ran out of the room, hit her head on the banister and fell, and she's dead. And Uncle Frank ran out the window, hit his head, and fell in the swimming pool." The man says, "Swimming pool? Is this 512-351-0393? There's the joke of the day. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Give me the ones, folks. I bring it strong every night. All right, let's hear. Mikey doesn't like it, but he doesn't like many jokes.
I thought it came off to a decent start there, but then the phone numbers, the punchline.
You laughed.
Yeah, at the beginning it was pretty. I thought you were going somewhere.
The punchline was he called the wrong house and he caused 2 people to die.
Yeah.
That's the punchline, Mikey. Do I have to explain everything?
I understand.
Sebastian says 2. Tony says 1. Okay. Getting some 2s. There's a 1. Rayanne always likes my jokes. Brian gives me a 1. All right, we're getting mixed results. Okay, I can take that. I can work with that. One Wing says not my best. I can take that. Death ain't funny, says Pat O'Call. All right, I got a lot of 2s tonight. I'm going to have to bring it strong on Wednesday. There's a deuce of clubs. I kind of like that joke, but
it's all right.
That's just me.
It's okay. It was okay.
It's okay. Zach with jacks right now, and open-ended. Well, there's a straight for Cy. What the? Why doesn't he just? He got 2 pair. I guess there's 3 outs for Zach. Cy has the straight.
Yeah, this is what a flop here we have, Bruin. After the bomb of a joke from Mr. Epstein. Now Cy juicing this up here. Raising it up to, what's that, 800 or 900? Something along what we got here. Raises it to 800. 350 from Zach, so 450 to call here. You can see Zach's a little alarmed. Trying to figure it out here. What am I up against? Cy has a pretty wide range. Could be doing this, putting heat with a number of different hands. Something along the lines of Queen 10 might do this. You know, Queen Jack might do this as well, that has you beat. A set might do this. So there are a number of hands here that have you beat, including 10-8. But Zach, getting a good price here to call and try and fill up here on the river, will do so. We're going to take a river. He's going to need help.
Jack or a 9. Doesn't get there.
Doesn't get there, but another 4-liner, and now the clubs get there as well. So that's pretty much an action killer.
Yeah.
This might go check, check now. Check from Zach. Check from Cy. 2K pot going to Cy. Not the river card that he wanted to see at all, but it's still good enough for Cy. 2:26 in the chat right now. We're in our second period, 9:15 Central Time. We're going to a little past 11 this evening. Like and subscribe to this broadcast and to our channel. That's what we need as we grow our viewership on a weekly basis.
Jake Stein says, G Monkey laughed, which is all I need. But you know, she has a sixth sense of humor, he says. Greg asks, how does the screen know the bet amounts? That's our executive producer. He's slapping all the right buttons. So he's watching live. Me and Mike are watching what you're watching. We don't know the cards. We're facing an entirely different way, and we can't even see
we're on a
live
half-hour
cards.
delay, and I just got a bump from Joe S., one of our managers. Told me that a player busted and I needed to refill a seat with a new player. So that's why I left the booth.
Oh, my goodness. Can't wait to see that.
So I know there's going to be some fireworks coming up here shortly, and we're going to need to replace a player. And we filled that seat already with a new player. First time on the stream coming up, so people are ready to get in the mix.
And look at Miss Outlaw donning the shades now. We got some sunglasses going on. And seat 6. Jack, Queen, 8. Pair of queens for Miss Outlaw. 2 pair for Zach. Zach's hitting some hands tonight. And he and Miss Outlaw have been getting it going back and forth. 227 in the live chat. Appreciate every one of you. 6 of hearts. Now the hearts are out there. Might slow some action down. A late 1 from one Mandy Nasty.
I'm going in on the donuts,
Or
Rick.
One Man Dynasty. Gives me a 1. Ooh, eating some donuts. Better than sushi. Executive producer Dave Klaproth wants a donut. Somebody give the man a donut.
He's got arms.
All right. If he eats a sticky donut, the keys might stick over there. Pets allowed, you know, I don't know. That's a good call. 3 of diamonds. It's a kind of a service. If it's a service type pet, I don't know if it is or not, but it is. So it's a service pet. So that's why it's allowed in the poker room.
Man, that donut was good. Woo! Krispy Kreme, baby.
Yeah, for the most part, if it's a service-related issue, we definitely allow. And also, if the dog is on good behavior, I mean, this dog hasn't made a sound. He's not running around or going to the bathroom
hasn't
anywhere.
brought much luck yet, though, either.
No.
Sometimes if the dog's bad luck, you just gotta let it go on its own, you know? Let it roam.
Jakey Stein, you need to ask G Monkey what she thought of the action after the stream with your good friend, your best friend, Skull Mike, and there was a hand.
I'm still invited over for the cookout tomorrow, so there you go, Rick.
All right. There was a hand
you
involved.
didn't get the invite.
I did get the invite.
There's no little, whiners about slow rolls allowed at the cookout.
No. It's interesting hand there. That was a huge hand that you two had.
That was the cooler of the night. That would have been a great hand for the stream. What a
Louise.
monster hand, indeed.
3 to a flop. Scotland, TM, and Zach. King, 9, 8, 2 clubs. Pair of 8s for Scotland. Stephen Reisman. Oh, he says, good joke, Rick. I don't get, he's pretty honest with his assessment of my joke
he
abilities.
told the joke 15 minutes ago. He's a little late. He's probably on his third vodka soda of the night, so he's a little loopy right now. I suspect here.
All right.
I'm not 100% certain about that, but
Derek gives me a 1. So it was a very mixed bag. I did get some 2s. I got a 3 from somebody, which wasn't even an option. But usually I get 1s all around. So George Castleberry, I've got to know. I started strong. How did I finish? Weak. Tell me how I could have finished that joke. I'm taking positive criticism right now. You know the joke now. How could I have made that joke just a little bit better than how I finished it? I don't quite get it.
One Wing's talking about the weight loss bet. Why do you think I brought in donuts? Come on. There's always a reason. You just got to put it in front of these fine gentlemen, let them eat all the donuts, and they're not going to be losing any weight.
I think I'm getting on Monday morning. It's all starting. You're going to see each week you come
transformation?
You're going to see each week you come in. Rick just gets a little bit smaller.
Just by
a little bit
diet
smaller
alone?
now. A little bit smaller now.
Please. It's not. We're not.
A little bit smaller
We're not at a
now.
bar mitzvah, right?
A little bit
We're not
smaller
on the dance floor. This is a poker table.
$80 is the
Yeah,
bet.
going from comedian to singer, please. I'm just gonna.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
No,
Third
it's
hour
terrible.
song of the night.
It's a terrible idea.
Mike,
No. Absolutely not.
Song of the night.
Absolutely not.
King 9-3. You've got to come up with an over and under here.
2 clubs again here. My goodness.
2 clubs. Zach with the ace of clubs.
Yeah, we're thinking about it. I don't want to force the over under each and every week here.
But I mean, we're already halfway through the show here.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Still got that shirt going out to Moose Duty. Haven't seen him in the chat.
175 is the bet. Quick call from Miss Outlaw. Miss Outlaw looking for the club, doesn't get it, but she does bink a 5 now. So she's now way ahead with a pair of 5s.
I think Nick from Yuma has a hot date tonight. He might have a hot date. Saturday night after all.
Well, there must be another stream.
Yeah, but if he's
bucking a squirt bet from Miss Outlaw.
You'd think Nick from Yuma's partner would want to watch the stream with him, right? Now that's the ultimate date night for that type of gentleman. So if she's not willing to watch Poker Night at the Lodge, she might not be the one for him.
If Nick from Yuma asks his dates to watch a poker show on their first date, I bet he goes on a lot of first dates and never a second date.
Yeah, but when you find that one that says yes, then you know right away that he or she is the one.
Michael B., yes, you're exactly right. Otis Day and the Nights from Animal House. Otis, he loves us.
Shout out to Ari Rubenstein in the chat, making his way from California, one of the hottest real estate agents around that state. He likes the poker. He's a fish like you, Rick, so he's trying to learn a thing or two on the stream. Poker Night at the Lodge, Saturday night.
Does he play here? I don't know, Ari.
He lives in California, like I just said. Are you listening?
Well,
Rick, you're not listening.
Here. He could live in California and come here for games. The action is that good.
That's true. You do make a good point. $55 under the gun here by Mark. Ace-9 of clubs. Let's see a couple coolers here. We're already halfway through the stream. I'm ready for a couple coolers. CC coming in late. What's up, CC?
Looks like we're going heads up. Dante versus Mark. Ace-9 versus King-Queen.
Ooh, clubby alert. Nice flop there for Mark. Open up the action under the gun. In position on Dante. Dante checks over to Mark. Mark's definitely going to c-bet this one. 115 in the skillet. Might go 75 or 80. Looks to be going 60. No, 80.
Yeah, that's 80. And Dante folds. We've got some great announcements coming up in April. We believe by the end of April we will have our special website created with all sorts of Poker Night at the Lodge gear. We're looking at hoodies, of course, T-shirts, maybe a coffee mug of some sort.
I need the coffee mug.
And,
that has to be a must.
You're going to be able to buy Poker Night at the Lodge merchandise, and that's coming in a few weeks as we get the website all situated. There's the dog. I believe his name was Tippy or Trippy or something. Cute little dachshund type dog. Weenie dog.
Let's see how this dog plays. This dog is experienced in check raising the turn here, or over betting the river.
CC, we are looking to do the super chat. We know that we've got fans who want to give us a few tips here and there, and we appreciate that. But we're still working with YouTube on that to make sure we can do that. So,
yeah, we should be due for that already. I don't know how long that process takes.
Yeah, I don't know. Once you get 1,000 subscribers, you can apply to be monetized, and that's what it takes.
Scotland's going to juice this up in position with suited connectors, 6-5 of spades.
Yeah, we'll have hoodies for sure.
Zach the only one to really... Zach not mixing it up, not willing to play much of that king-queen. So I would have liked Zach's peel there, playing a little bit tight in the 5-seat. First time on the stream, maybe first time on the stream jitters. We just had our big tournament, Ari. There was over 400K in the prize pool. About 95K was scheduled to go to first place, but they ended up making a deal at the final table. So first place took home about $65,000, and that tournament wrapped up about a week and a half ago. So you, sir, I know you've been busy selling houses every damn weekend over there in California, but when you have some free time, all of our videos, prior streams are available on our channel. Plenty of high-stakes cash games as well as that final table, so you can watch that back and report back to me and let me know who won after you've completed your homework.
10 of clubs. So now we've got a straight draw for Zach. Pair of fives for Scotland. Check, check, and we'll go to a river. River's the king of clubs. 4 clubs out there, and
a lot of clubs tonight just in general. I feel like every flop I see here, there's either 3 or 4 clubs out there.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever holding a club of their own. So Club City. Zach with 8 high, trying to make a play here. I like the play. Trying to wrap a high club there. And Scotland not with much. Can't really do nothing here unless he comes over the top. He will not be calling. Trying to figure it out here. Knows it's he is raising. What a boss. Boss play by Scotland. Takes it down. Will he show? He's usually won the show. He'll show if he thinks he makes a juicy play there, but nope, keeping it tight close to his vest. Well played there, Scotland.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a poker game right now.
Yeah, just getting a little bit juicy here. I know this is playing in the room on a half-hour delay, so maybe when Zach sees this, that might steam him up a little bit for the post-stream game, or who knows. But a nice hand there by Roger, a.k.a. Scotland's finest in seat 1, turning his bottom pair into a bluff and gets it through.
When's the next ladies' night? Probably next month. It was a pretty good success. We'll probably do it once a month, I would imagine.
There's May.
If you do it too much, then people stop liking it. So we'll do it once a month.
We're mixing things up here. We did our $1,000 sit and go, winner take all. We have a ladies game. We might mix in the PLO game here coming up on one of these streams. So just trying to keep it fresh, as you said there, Rick, and plenty of things in the pipeline. Zach raising to 25.
Zach was telling me earlier that he's had some good success over the last couple of weeks here at the Lodge with his cash game.
Yeah, he's been heating up lately. Usually plays at some other clubs in town here, but starting to like the Lodge, running good, feeling good. He's got a bunch of friends and buddies here, knows, pretty familiar with the Austin Round Rock poker scene.
Yeah, he really likes the Lodge here.
So it's nice to see Zach at the Lodge more often, more frequently. Absolutely. Dante, big slick.
9-7, two pair versus top.
So, wow, Zach, a 2-pair machine tonight. Nobody holding a spade.
Yeah, we'll do a chip count graphic throughout the show, but most players have between 2,000 and 4,000 in front of them right now.
Yeah, and you can see it when they're involved in a hand, how much they're playing behind. And you can
Yeah.
also eyeball it. It's hard to put those graphics up on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
But the blue chips are the blue chips are $1, the green chips are $25, the red chips are $5, and the black chips are $100.
140 was the bet, 135. Here comes the turn, 5 of hearts. So top pair, top kicker still has to think he's probably pretty good here, even though there are 3 spades out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bounty tournament. If you've started the shuffle, finish the hand you're on. Next hand, your blinds are going
Zach
up.
with his
300
2
small,
pair.
600 big, 300, 600.
Wow, Ian with the marketing idea. We'll read that off here as Zach makes it 350. It's going to be tough for Dante to call here. The board with 3 spades with a straight out there. And all he's got is big slick. And he's going to
He's
gonna go all in.
Ripped
Quick
it
call.
all in here.
They're going to ask how many times they want to run it. We'll see how many times they decide.
I think they want to rip it. I think they're going to rip it one time.
There's the 7, so a boat for Zach. 7s over 9s, and he's going to take Dante out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
that's a lot of money there.
Boats up on the river there. 2 pair, no good for Dante. Big slick going down in flames. And that's up. I think that's going to do it for Dante. So Dante was the player that we're going to end up replacing. So that seat's going to be empty for a couple of hands, and then Eric's going to be coming in for close to $3,000.
Yes, Hillbilly answered, Vincenzo, can you explain what 6 outs mean? It's just the cards, the number of cards that would approve your hand to be the winning hand is the 6 outs. So as long as you have outs, you have a chance to win. There's your cumulative winnings right now. TM winning over $1,000. Miss Outlaw losing about what TM is winning. Everybody else kind of a little bit this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, we saw Dante lose about 2K.
Yeah.
So that's not there as he's removed from the table.
Yeah. Dante, yeah, exactly. Ian, merchandise ideas, custom cards, poker chips, gear. You know, we're going to have about 3 or 4 SKUs. We're not going to have 9 million things you can order. We're going to see how they sell first. As they sell out, we'll have other things, but definitely a T-shirt, definitely a hoodie, definitely a coffee mug for sure. Those you can count on. Other than that, after that, we'll see how they sell.
Yeah, you're not the prettiest guy in the world, so.
Ooh, the logo is just smoking logo.
The logo's fire, though.
It's fire.
I must agree to that. That's all thanks to you, Rick. You did the legwork on that.
Vincenzo, where are you watching from? Vincenzo Diacano. Where are you watching from? Here's the flop from Frank.
You're pronouncing names
I'm
like
butchering it.
Like a University of Arizona graduate, huh? Right,
Two-
Ricky? Surprised they even know how to read over there, huh?
Here's the Rick Epstein Mike Skull hand. Jack 9 versus Ace Jack. This is exactly what happened on the famous hand here.
It's almost the exact same seats, too. It's same location. I hope the Jack 9 gets punished like it should.
There's the 7. Now straight draw for Cy.
Cy's still a believer. Going to put the heat on Mark. Mark in position now.
Michael B, I'll give you that. That's some good smack. See, Michael B came strong. He said if there is cake in the booth, then there are 6 pieces left for Rick.
Well, we have
I
Krispy
like
Kreme
that.
donuts, and there are 6.5 donuts left out of the dozen.
Michael B,
So-
I like it. If you roast me and it's funny, I'm loving it.
Mike B's a pretty funny cat, not going to lie.
Queen is not going to help.
Could be an action killer, though, again, one more time. We have a check from Cy. And let's see if Mark's still a believer in his jack. After that quick check from Cy, you might be putting him on a jack, but you have ace-jack. I'd like to see him go for very thin value, but I think he's going to end up checking it back. Mark checks it, shows
Yeah.
his ace-jack. So If he fires out, 325, 350 there, so he's going to get snapped off there by Cy and make a little bit more money. So
Let's see, that's how Ace-Jack beats Jack-9 in a respectful manner. Brew Crew watching from South Korea.
Oh, Kristen Stein chimes in, saying I was just getting lucky. It's hard to be lucky every time, huh? Most times when you walk around the tables and you're eyeing up Skull Mike's stack, he's usually got quite a few there. Just saying, can't be lucky every time.
Vincenzo is from New Jersey. Love to live in Texas one day. Hey, come on down. Seems like everybody else in the country is. Why not?
Stay at the Marriott across the street from the lodge, play a little poker, and then make your decision.
No, yeah, Benjamin, there's no way in hell Krispy Kreme over Round Rock Donuts. It's not even close. Round Rock Donuts.
Yeah, I drove down to San Antonio today for my COVID shot, and there's a Krispy Kreme right off of 35 in San Marcos, so just easy access.
Right. But if given the choice between Round Rock Donuts and Krispy Kreme,
support the local.
It's not even close.
The local donuts. Of
Round
course.
Rock Donuts might be the best donut I've ever had.
Krispy Kreme's still pretty solid.
No,
Can't go wrong.
We don't have automatic shufflers here. Soko slots, I don't know what your comment was. We didn't delete anything.
You know what?
Yet.
How about that? It just did. Boom! It did get deleted because you asked for it, but feel free to chime back in, Soko. King Queen of Spades for Taylor in the 9th seat. UTG under the gun, opening up the action 225. Scotland just flats with his pair of 10s. Quick flat, set mining.
Cy coming along.
Yep, Cy has one of his 10s, so that's going to be hard to do if you're in Scotland's position.
Back over to TM. Small blind action.
The odds of flopping a set are about 7.5 to 1, usually. So now Scotland's odds are even thinner with these pair of 10s, but just as we talk about it, let's see it one time. No,
Jack 8.
not going to happen. Top pair for Taylor, who opened up the action.
Open-ended straight draw for Cy. Taylor 75. Scotland will fold. Cy's going to come along, and he's going to actually raise it. 225 with the open-ender. TM is going to fold. Back over to the initial better, Taylor. It's heads up now. TM is out of the hand. He's going to just call. We're going to see a turn here. 6 of hearts doesn't help. And it's the size.
Interesting call there by TM with 3-4 off, right? You're not.
I don't think he called.
He's out.
Yeah, it's just. I think this
Heads
is.
up.
It's Cy and
Gotcha.
seat 9.
Heads up action here.
And I think the graphics are off a little bit because Cy, I believe, has an open-ended straight draw. I thought.
Yeah.
And
But
there's
now
the
top
queen.
two. Top 2 for Taylor, and he's still reaching for chips. Pot over 1,000. Scotland not in the hand either.
Yeah, the graphics are off a little bit here. If I'm not mistaken, Cy had open-ended straight and he folds. So Taylor will win the pot with 2 pair.
Curious to see what our new player coming into C2 will bring. Not familiar with him at all, but a little birdie out there in the floor room told me that this guy could be good for the game. Was trying to get in on the Big O PLO game, but that was private game that was full right now, so he's waiting for a seat on that one and says, you know what, I'll get into the bright lights and mix it up on table 11. So he should be arriving shortly in C2.
Yeah.
240 of y'all in the chat here. Do us a favor, click that thumbs up button. We're trying to peak in this third hour of the stream, reach some new viewers, and we can't do that without all of your all support. So hit that thumbs up, the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We welcome you. We're here every Wednesday and Saturday. Oh, there's me and Joe right there to see getting our new players situated, getting an accurate count of those chips so we can log them into the computer and get an accurate chip count. He's coming in for about 2,300. And his name is Eric, so hopefully we'll probably get him in on the next hand or two.
Are we familiar with Eric? Have we seen him before?
No, I'm not familiar with Eric at all. He seemed like a nice guy.
Have money, sit at the table. That's what we do here at the Lodge. If you want to play, get in touch with Skull Mike. On the scroll, right there, there's his email address, Skull Mike Poker.
Yeah, hit me up on Gmail or on the Instagram. I respond to the messages there as well. So if you want to play, new players get priority. Hopefully they are not needy, because if you are needy, it's probably going to be one of your last times on the stream.
We've had a few of those.
Just being honest with you. We'd like to see some action, mixing it up for our viewers, but neither here nor there. Some players might be approaching that category tonight, but that's okay. Sometimes you're just card dead. I was pretty card dead today. And, you know, these players are playing with a lot of money here, so you don't want to be too loose because that could really hurt the bank account and the wallet.
Queen Jack 3, Taylor with the pair of jacks. Miss Outlaw and TM are in this hand as well. 3 players. Actually, is Scotland still in there too? There's a bet, 80 from the button, TM.
TM. Probably our most aggressive player at the table tonight.
Yep. Taylor will fold, as does Scotland. Back over to Miss Outlaw. She has a gut shot. She'll fold.
Not going to chase it.
Best city in Texas to live. If I say it, you can't move here because we're closed, but Austin by far, Austin area, is one heck of a place to live. It's getting a little too crowded. Prices of homes are skyrocketing, but it is a fantastic place. Lots to do. When there's great music here. Live music capital of the world. We have the ACL Fest coming back in October. We have great water, so lakes, you can go out on boats and great golf courses. So it's a great place to live. I'd say Austin over any other city in Texas. My opinion, just my opinion.
I'm face first in another donut, Rick. I'm not going to lie. As you go on your Austin soap opera. Lady alert.
Ladies, we want you please. Can you please subscribe if you haven't done so? I don't want to get down on my knees, but I'm not opposed to it either.
Oh, my God.
$60. So it doesn't cost anything. And the thing about subscribing, you're not going to get
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Kings versus Queens alert. Zach.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
Trouble.
250 is the raise from Zach, and these two have just gone back and forth like McEnroe and Borg. There's a tennis reference.
Yeah, you're showing that you're
Old.
ancient.
Who would you say?
Come on, Federer, Nadal. Maybe mix in a little bit of a Djokovic. But I like the Borg and McEnroe. I'm not going to hate on your tennis reference. That was a great reference, but you're just ancient, Rick.
I like that.
Mrs. Outlaw here. Look,
Uh-oh.
she's putting on a little Hollywood here. I imagine the four bets coming
no.
in. Mm-hmm.
560 now, it looks like.
And these two have been battling all night. I might need to get
Check that, 660.
This is not even round 2. This is round 3. The boxing bell in full effect as Miss Outlaw and Zach will tango one more time. Zach not afraid of aces here. If she says, Zach says if you got it, you got it. So he's feeling pretty confident with his Kennedy brothers up against the ladies.
Dog is giving a tell there.
Yeah, look at this. This
The
dog.
dog is definite tell.
The dog is at attention saying, you want to come after these ladies? We have a hand here, sir.
That is a serious tell right there.
It's a service dog, so if you're watching.
Here comes the flop. Ooh, there's the cowboy.
Uh-oh.
But that's going to slow things down. He
King
goes
8.
all in and quick
Oh,
call.
Snap call.
Oh,
Snap call. So the Miss Outlaw drawing dead. We'll be
Well,
stacked.
running
here.
queens.
No, that is. If you are watching from Miss Outlaw Camp and you
No.
are, this run out is not for you.
No. Oh,
A big pot there, cooler of the night there, Kings versus Queens. And if you are in Camp Zach, you are sitting pretty, and the run good continues for the 8th seat. Top set rainbow flop. What a flop, and your opponent rips into you for about $1,500. You say absolutely, can't call fast enough. As we take a look at our winnings as Zach spikes to the top.
so Stephen Reisman's saying the sync is off. Chat way ahead of the video. That's the first we've heard tonight. And that was a tough one. And looks like she might be leaving Miss Outlaw. She just got up. I think she's probably going to get some more chips maybe. As Zach just took all of her chips in a Kings versus Queens classic. She went all in and got called quicker than she could put her chips out there as Zach flopped a set of Kings. Ooh. Matty J blames the dog.
That's a rough one for sure, but on to the next. Scotland 3-betting with ace-queen off in the small blind.
The dog was nervous, knew his doggy treat budget was going out the window. Queen, King, 7, all clubs.
Again with the all clubs.
A lot of clubs. Pair of queens for Scotland. Club draw for TM. And side with a pair of 4s in a club draw.
Let's see if TM goes after this one here with the only club open-ended does not. We'll like to see a free card, and we're going to go gets there. So Broadway alert, 2-pair alert for Scotland. Pretty juicy turn card.
Wow. TM 94% to win, but Scotland's got to feel pretty comfortable with ace queen.
Yeah, he's, at least for right now until the boom comes at least here. What a card for TM. Like to see him raise this right now. No reason to slow play this. Charge. Don't be worried about the flush draw just yet. Scotland will let you know if he's got something serious here. And he just flats it, so I don't really
Love the play.
I don't like the play.
You don't? You
No.
want to bring the boom now?
Yeah, raise now. Build up this pot, absolutely. You're holding a 10 of clubs as well. Now this kills your action.
Yeah.
You missed out on some value on the turn. I would have raised that turn right away. So,
Hey, our favorite name is back in the live stream. Yui Chube. That one tickles Mike the most.
Yui Chu, what's
The
up, man?
sync seems fine,
The
he
sync's fine.
says.
Stephen Reisman's hammered drunk right now on his sofa in South Carolina, right? We have a stream and show to do. We can't be worried of every little concern of this volume's off, that's this. Just pay attention, Steve. And put him in timeout again to smack some sense into him. Good on TM for going for a little bit of river value there. So still got the value that he needed on the river, 325. But this pot could have been much larger with a raise on the turn.
TM just raking pots in. Gives Frank a nice little $10 tip. Those are pumpkins, folks. $5 value. Pretty good little tip for Frankie. Frank's got a couple kids to feed.
Yeah, Frank's been dealing a couple coolers, back-to-back coolers. George asking about Kennel. Kennel is in the room tonight. The man got coolered on a pretty nasty run out. He got it in good on a monster pot and got rivered. So you can't fault Ken on that one. Played it right, but a brutal river.
One Man Dynasty agrees with you. Got a raise on the turn there.
Yeah, obviously, Rick. I know you saying you love the play, just flat calling there on the turn. That's terrible analysis.
I just like somebody to fire
You
again.
can't. You
Even
see
bigger
how
on
deep.
the
You
river.
see how deep we're playing. There's plenty of cards that can kill your action on the river, and that's exactly what we saw there. You got to start building pots. when you're playing this deep, there's really no need to slow play. Just keep firing.
10-9-6 diamonds. TM with a pair of 10s and a straight for Zach. And he
See what you see what one wing there says there? Did you read that message?
I didn't.
Don't take poker advice from Mr. Jack 8 off. Yeah, he's too busy at home Jack 8 offing and not playing smart poker there. Getting crushed by Ace Jack on the regular, then crying about it for a week after. That's our boy Slick Rick. That's what we deal with here.
You're bringing it up. It's not in your best interest to bring this subject up.
I forgot. I apologize.
It's not in your best interest. And Zach is going to win another pot. Zach is just killing this table tonight.
Straight shows him the straight. So these guys building up maybe a little bit of a friendship there. What a good fold there by TM, folding top pair. So I'm liking what TM is bringing to this stream. He will be invited back for sure.
Look at Zach, 2.8 TM sitting right next to him. Between the two of them, they're up 5K. We have had a player leave. Dante has left, along with, so far, Miss Outlaw isn't back yet. She might be gathering more poker chips to come back. Jack Crater, yeah, that's why he's commentating in the booth. Yeah, I assume you're talking about me. Long time ago when we started this stream, I told everybody I am not a poker expert. I just love the game. I'm a poker enthusiast. So I'll leave the expert analysis to other people. But, you know, I like to give some thoughts every now and then. Maybe ask a question of what you might be thinking at home and just are afraid to ask. And I don't mind looking like a fool. There's a raise to 135 from Mark with his pocket 10s. TM keeps getting cards. He's got big slick. He's going to definitely at least call here. He calls.
We got the chat arguing about what a cooler is. People pretty adamant that King versus Queen is not a cooler. I don't know what you are smoking.
There's
Obviously,
a set.
You could have gone away there with the queens after that king high flop. Yes, indeed. But still pretty unlucky when you're holding pocket queens to have your opponent hold pocket kings. Ace versus king queen versus queen. Those are coolers. There was room to get away on the flop, but that's cooler city. But here we go on the next. We have a set of 10s. Nobody holding top pair in the queen, but we do have a gut shot to Broadway. Let's see how Mark maximizes his profits here. Takes it down. Nobody with a good enough holding there to continue versus Mark. On to the next, approaching the third period final hour in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, the Zamboni will come out between the second and third period. Smooth over all the rough surfaces on the ice.
A couple of casualties tonight.
Yeah.
Seat 2 and seat 6.
I hope they're not going away upset. You know, that's just how poker is, you know.
No, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Hopefully you're the one getting in the chips on the positive sides of things, getting it in good. If you get sucked out on, so be it. But as we've seen tonight, we've had some opponents pushing their stacks in way behind. And when you do that, you're likely to go home with no money. But it's not always as easy as it seems. We're the ones here in the booth. We're the ones at home watching what these players have. When you're out there on the felt under the lights on table 11, you need to figure it out for yourself.
Pair of jacks for Mark, pair of 8s for Scotland. There's a straight for Scotland now. Nobody's really going to, but a bet from Mark. Quick call from Scotland. Throws them in one at a time as if to show some weakness.
Scotland has his hand locked up. Mark still in position, still reaching for chips, so is a believer still in his top pair, top kicker. Don't think Scotland's going to be worried about the diamonds. Think he's going to raise this up for value.
Yeah, we'll tell you the values here after this hand. 55 is the call, and Scotland's going to win with a straight. Black chips are $100. Green chips 25. Red chips are 5. The gray chips you see there are tip chips. Gray and pumpkin colored are tip chips. So those don't count in a player's available money for him to bet with. They are just to be given
Looks
to the
like
dealer.
C2 has purple chips in play as well.
They're $500 purple chips. And that's Eric, I believe you said, in
Yes.
C2, the newest player.
Yes.
Brisbane, Australia. D-Set Media Production. Hey, thanks for watching from Brisbane, Australia. Good day, mate.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like and subscribe to the channel, of course, if this is your first time viewing this channel. And we have a ladies alert from Taylor. Last time we saw a player have ladies at the table, they were crushed and destroyed.
Ladies!
But they are not up against the Kennedy brothers Cowboys this time around. So they're looking pretty hot tonight, as we like to call them.
Jack 4-5.
Hey, baby, you looking hot tonight.
65 is the bet from TM with his ace-10. Taylor not going anywhere with his overpair. He's reaching for more chips. He's going to raise it up here. We'll see how much he does. Looks like maybe 175. It is. 175 from Taylor with his ladies. Over to Cy.
Now, if you're in size, this is pretty interesting here. You have a bet and a raise in front of you. You are in position on the button with top pair. What do? You just kind of flat it. So he's going to flat the 175. Let's see another card here. And if you're TM, it's good to get away. Yes, indeed. And we're going to go heads up. Taylor and Cy overpaired to the board versus the jacks of size. 3 of clubs, no help.
Well,
Oh,
close
yeah,
now.
he does have a flush
Yeah.
draw, indeed. So he does pick up a little bit more outs in equity. Still in position on our 9 seat. Taylor eyeing up his stack, seeing what to come with. Probably will come close to 400, 375, I'd imagine. What does he come with?
Looks like 175 again.
200.
200.
So,
Quick call from
yeah, Cy's not
Cy.
going anywhere here with this draw. Top pair. Would have liked to seen Taylor go a little higher here, but fades all the outs and still survives with the best hand. 1K in the skillet. Like to see him go for more value here, not slow down. What's he carving out here? 5. Let's see what he's carving out here. That's going to get snapped off.
200.
Yep.
Quick call. And Taylor's going to win a big hand. Taylor's going to win a big hand. Deset Media Production, 2 p.m. in Brisbane. I guess it's pronounced Brisbane. If it helps, we have an Outback Steakhouse next door. That's kind of Australian themed. Mike's going to take a step out and try to gather some information for us. 251 in the live stream. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, America's Card Room, which is our title sponsor. If you play online, give them a chance at your action. If you play live, we hope you call the lodge your home. And we also want to give a shout out to our newest sponsor, CLC Poker, Chip Leader Coaching. If you want help with your game, whether tournament or cash, learn from some of the best players in the world. Chance Corneth and Alex Foxen own a company called Chip Leader Coaching, clcpoker.com. Ace Deuce 5, 2 pair for Cy. And Cy is going to take down this small pot. 254 in the live chat. The Lodge Poker Club is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. each and every day. You can play for free here in Texas. We don't take a rake, never take a rake. We charge each player $10 per hour to play in a cash game, and you have to be a member of the club. A member of the club, okay, member of the club is going to, you can either buy a daily membership, monthly membership, or annual membership. Once you become a member, you can play here at the Lodge, and for a cash player, it's $10 per hour. So if you come from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. and want to play cash, you play for free. Mike is we're going to get to see some, in about 30 minutes, you're going to see Skull Mike on the stream as he's going to hop in. He's counting out his $100 bills right now, right in front of me, showing off a little bit with his gangster roll here. But he's going to hop in because it's going to make it fun. So I will be taking it here for the last hour. And Mike's going to come and play a little poker with these guys. We're going to get to see Mike again on the stream. We saw him once before. And he'll do anything to make a good stream. He'll even hop in the game when we need him to. But unfortunately, we won't see him probably for about 30 minutes because we are on that delay. So he'll hop in the game. And I'll take it the rest of the way. Good luck to you, my son. Uh-oh. Big bet all in and a call. Ace-King versus Ace-9. Wow. Eric with Big Slick suited makes the call. Scotland with Ace-9 suited. Wow, how did this escalate so out of hand? There's a king on the flop. There's a jack. No hearts there. So 2 pair for Eric. And wow. I don't know how that escalated so fast for Scotland and why he did what he did. But Eric just sat down and just doubled up. Yeah, we're trying to figure out the reasoning why he shoved there in such a small pot. And he was just snap called pre-flop with the Ace-King. Wow. Eric, complete double up. Literally just sat down 2 or 3 hands ago. Got the Big Slick suited. Holy moly. We're going to have to ask Scotland what his thought process does there, because Scotland is one heck of a player, and have to see what that was all about. There's a cumulative winnings. You see Eric vaults way up there with that one pot up 2,300, Zach up 2,800, TM up 1,900, Taylor up 1,600. We've had a couple players leave. Now Scotland throwing the party right now, 3,200. We've had 2 players leave in Dante and Miss Outlaw, and they lost a few thousand each. So this game is getting pretty intense right now, and we're going into our third hour of the stream. Rick Epstein running solo because Skull Mike, who is normally my partner, decided to go play. We'll see him in about 20, 30 minutes on the stream. It takes a little while for the stream because of the delay. Wow. That is just, and Scotland is just speechless right now. Ace-9 going all in, snap call. 6-7 deuce, rainbow. Pair of 7s for Zach. Straight draw for the other Zach. Pair of deuces for Taylor. And Zach with a K, bet 70 with his straight draw. Zach on Zach right now. Zach with an H versus Zach with a K. 273 in the live chat. Check from. And there's the straight. Zach with a K has just been hitting pots all night, hitting hands left and right. Makes the bet. Looks like it's 110. The other Zach, Zach H, with his pair of sevens and this open-ended straight draw now, makes the call. Little does he know if he hits a straight, it's not good enough. 4, and he does hit the straight. That's going to be disastrous for him. He hits the straight. He might think he's good now. But Zach with the nut straight. This could get ugly right here. Big bet from Zach with an H. 500 is the bet. Zach with a K with the nutty buddy. Has the nuts. Great feeling when somebody bets into you 500 and you have the nuts with no more cards to come. Let's see what he does here, folks. Does he go all in here? He rips it. He rips it all in. Wow. Straight versus straight. 8 high versus 10 high. This was an ugly, ugly situation. The worst card that could have come for Zach. The 4, giving him an 8 high straight, where Zach with a K turned the nut straight 10 high. Ugly, ugly. He calls, and Zach with a K wins a huge pot. A huge pot. Oh, unbelievable 4 on the river. And the chips just keep going his way. He's by far the chip leader for tonight. Unbelievable. Stacking his chips high. And looks like we're going to have a chip runner to table 11 as seat 5 needs to reload. You see the money on the rail there. Look at that. Zach with a K up 4,800. Eric up 2,300. TM up 1,900. Taylor up 1,600. Wow, wow, wow. Huge hand. And he does have money behind. Don't know how much he has in seat 5. Hard for him to get away from that. The 4 of diamonds was absolutely the worst card for him to see. Comes a raise from Scotland, who just lost his stack to Eric sitting right next to him. He raises it up. Looks like we're going to go heads up, Zach versus Scotland. Actually, it's TM versus Scotland. Ace 4, 8. One-man dynasty makes a good point. What's the bluff in that situation? None. Got to fold. Yeah, we could have the same straight, you know. Could be trying to force you out with the same straight. I mean, just the 4 of diamonds was just absolutely a horrible card, obviously. I tend to agree with Pat. The Scotland shove was a little bit more questionable than the call from Zach with an H. Looks like Miss Outlaw is back. She just went across to get Whataburger to take a little break, get some food. $285 in the live chat. Rick Epstein all alone here. As Skull Mike exited stage right, and he went to the felt. That means coming up shortly, someone else is going to be leaving the table, because right now we are nine-handed, and in order for Mike to get out there, somebody would have to leave.
Ladies and viewers in the tournament, if you have started the shuffle, finish the hand you're on. Next hand, your blinds are going up 500 and 1,000. 500 small, 1,000 big.
All right, here's something we'll have to look at. King 10-5, Rainbow. Can't wait for Mikey to get out there so we can start roasting him on his play. Now, Mike's a quality player. There's no doubt about it. He's a cash game specialist. Does well in tournaments, too. We kid with each other a lot, but at the end of the day, we both are very fond of each other and realize that each of us brings something different to this live stream, and that's kind of what makes it successful. So we play around a lot, tease each other a lot. But don't be fooled. There's no animosity at all. 70 is the bet. 3 ways to the turn. The turn is the jack of clubs. So now 2 pair, kings and jacks for Mark. Don't know what Zach with an H has. Tim has a flush draw now. TM. I mean, you know, you guys are still talking about the hand. I mean, at the end of the day, here he was in the hand till the river to get the 4. The 4 was his money card, as he thought. He made the $500 bet thinking he was going to win. So it's easy when you see the cards. And the flush comes for TM with his deuce 3, and he's going to win another one. But the 4 was his money card. He's in there to the river, and we're talking about the Zach versus Zach hand. 10 high straight versus 8 high straight. 4 makes him is what he's in there for, so he thinks he's a winner there. So it's a lot easier when we see cards. We'll go on to the next hand, 286 in the chat. I mean, it looks like we've got the rock out there, the $25 rock, as you can see, that's the 5 red chips with a rubber band around it. That is a automatic straddle for whoever wins that. When they become under the gun, they must put that rock out there, and that becomes a $25 straddle. Raise it up from Scotland. Scotland's going to make it 75. Folds all the way over to TM. TM really is playing any 2 cards. He's had tremendous success doing that tonight. 4, 7, 10. Scotland's still in the lead with his ace. 3 of hearts. Tray of hearts, as I've been told to say. Can't say 3, must say tray. And there's the 5 on the river. Nobody hits any pair. Scotland with his 8 is going to win this as long as he stays in. And TM continues continues to pull pots his way. Unbelievable. The night he is having and the night that Zach is having in seat 9. Lots of money winning for them. Racer Nerd, happy Saturday. Glad you could join us. Please, if you do me a favor, and there you see the cumulative winnings. Zach, 4,800, TM, 2,500, Eric, 2,300. Do me a favor, please. Click the like button and subscribe. Subscriptions really is the most important. Subscribe. It doesn't bother you at all. You don't have to get notified. You can. Anytime we put out a live stream, you can get notified. Or you can just subscribe and you won't ever be notified. Just it helps us. The more subscribers we have, the better it is overall. So we're already up to 1,500, which we passed tonight. We had 1,000 where we popped open Dom Perignon on the 28th of February. So in 13 days, it took us 2.5 months to get to 1,000, then 13 days to add another 500. So we're growing at a rapid clip, and we want to continue that. Jack 9-7, 2 clubs. You see Zach with middle pair. TM with a gut shot straight draw, as well as Eric. Racer Nerd, thanks. Liked and subscribed. 3 tray of hearts on the turn. Still Zach with his pair of 9s is in the lead. An 8 right here would be fireworks, as 2 players would hit straight. But let's see what Zach does with his pair of 9s with queen kicker. Makes it, looks like 145. Actually 170. Over to TM, looking for an 8. Man. Love the comment from D-Set Media Production from Brisbane. Very dynamic table with a lot of action. Awesome commentary, amazing audience and chat. Absolutely amazing stream. Awesome stuff, guys. Very nice, very thoughtful, and appreciate all the kind words. D-Set Media Production. Glad to have you. What are we going to do for 2,000? Well, since I brought Dom Perignon, a nice $225 bottle of 2010 Dom Perignon, I brought that. When we hit 2,000, we're going to have Mikey bring something in. And if Mikey brings something in, it's probably going to have to do with either sushi or whiskey. Those are the 2 things he likes. So we'll get to 2,000 pretty quick. And then it's on to 10,000. That will be our next goal. 2,000 would be a huge, so we're getting there. Hopefully by the end of next month. $35 is the bet from Mark with King 10. TM, who has called nearly everything, no matter what his cards are, is going to do the same. I mean, he's literally seen every flop, I want to say. He does come along, and God love him for it, because he's hitting some major cards. Don't know what TM has, but Sai has 9-10. Mark has King 10. A Queen 4-3 comes out. Neither of those players hit it. Don't know what checks all the way to Sai. Checks all the way around. There's another queen. Mikey will bring Pringles and a bottle of Pepsi. No, I think he's good for a bottle of whiskey, to tell you the truth. He definitely, 225 is the raise from TM. Don't know what he has, but Mark has Squadouche. TM's probably going to take this pot down because Mark doesn't have anything. And he folds. TM's going to win another pot. Craziness here. We'll have to watch your production to set.
Double straddle 40.
Wow, Alexandros. Here's what you can do. You can not watch, you know? No one's twisting your arm, Alexandros. If you think we've got bad graphics and we do such a terrible job, I'm not twisting your arm, buddy. It's a free country. I just don't understand why, if we're that bad, you're here every stream. That's the only question I have. If we do that bad of a job, why are you here every stream? 175. Just a thought. Not shooting any comments bad one way or the other. I think we've got pretty darn good graphics. I think our cameras are second to none. Our production is second to none. And that's the way I think about that. Eric will fold. And Zach will win. I don't know what streams you're watching, but I'd ask you to... it'd be interesting to see which streams have better graphics than we do. And I don't care who it is. So there, Alexandros. There. Take that, buddy.
How much? 1K,
There's your cumulative winnings in our bad graphics. Zach with 4,900. TM with 2,500. Alexandros. Many players think we have the best graphics in the industry. So there. On to the next hand. Tell you what proves that we're movers and shaker in the live stream industry is the sponsors that we have. America's Card Room invests in this show. CLC Poker invests in this show. Not too many poker live streams out there have sponsors, and there's probably a reason for that. Frank with the flop. 9-7 queen, 2 diamonds. Pair of queens for Scotland. Flush draw for Zach with a K. $125. Now I like Alexandros. He's watching, and look, I have nothing against. This is just my opinion. I'm not going to hate on anybody. I love everybody until you make me not love you. Buck and a scored is the bet from TM. 125. This is a little bit more, a lot better than the going in pre-flop with ace-9 suited. Wow. Over to TM. We don't know what TM has. The last couple hands, we haven't seen what TM has. So we're going to probably have to go out and talk to him and ask him to put it over his reader. But he's really thinking about this. This is a huge bet, $755 from Scotland, all in. He's going to raise it up here, it looks like. He's carving out, or at least calling chips. TM will fold. Over to Zach now. He makes the quick call. He's got the flush draw. Looking for either a king or a diamond. Here comes the turn. Is the 3 of spades. The river. The ace of diamonds. It is Zach's night. It is Zach's world. We're just living in it. Zach is the big winner tonight. And there goes Scotland. It has not been Scotland's night. He took a shot, got it in with the best of it right there with his top pair. And the diamond, the ace of diamonds on the river gives Zach
single bagel, okay? One seat, table 11.
Wow. Zach is having one heck of a night.
Seat 8.
Thank you, Felipe. This is a quality stream. You know, hey, I'm not fishing for compliments, folks. Honestly, we get enough compliments from people who email us. We think we're doing a pretty good job. We know we can improve. And we like all poker shows because, as I said in prior streams, we wish everybody success. We don't wish anybody any bad harm in our competitors, because at the end of the day, if all good poker shows, in a rising tide lifts all boats. And wow, look at that tip. That was a $30 tip from Zach to Frank. That's a nice little tip. But rising tide lifts all boats. So we like all poker shows, and we watch them. We watch a lot of them to get ideas of how we can be better. Honestly, folks, I think I'd compare us with anybody out there. I don't care who it is. We are as entertaining and as fun, and as graphics are as good as anybody out there. So we're not going to shy away from it, but we also realize we can get better. So that's what we do. We try to do a little bit better each show. That's our goal. Before we start the stream, our goal is to do a little bit better than we did last time. John G says, don't sweat it. Wish you guys were on every night. Your cameras are the best of the poker shows, and the director moving the action is great. We know, there's always something you can do better. Let's face it, we don't have a huge studio that Poker Go has, and obviously they can do so much more, but for what we have, I think we're pretty darn good. On to the next hand. Zach with pocket tens is going to win actually he's going to get called from Cy. Don't know what Cy has. He's got 3,300 behind, though. Ace, deuce, 5. Kind of a mystery hand. Nine of diamonds. There's a bet. 25. Quick call from Cy. Pocket tens versus a mystery hand. There's the set now. A set for Zach. Improves, puts 100 out there. Quick call from Cy. And Cy probably has an ace. He does. He shows the ace. Looks like he had ace-9. He had 2 pair. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. A 2-outer on the river. And Cy's got to be going, wow, I guess I lost the minimum there. Ruth Hall says she's just here for the ding-dong jokes. The great Ruth Hall. We get so many compliments about Ruth Hall. She joins us for an hour and a half on Wednesday night, ladies' night. People know her from all over. I said the other day, so-and-so knows you. Do you know them? No. So-and-so knows you. Do you know them? No. It's tough being popular. Tough being the popular person who everybody knows, but there's no way in heck you could know all those people. Those are the struggles of the great Ruth Hall. Yes, Stephen Reisman, Ruth was awesome on Wednesday. We'll get her back. There's no doubt. She's in the room tonight. I think she might be playing in a tournament, 60. But we'll definitely get her back on the stream. Queen 8, Jack Ace 8, 2 clubs. Eric's going to come along in seat 2. And I believe we're going to see Mikey any minute now take that seat 1 position.
Players and dealers in the tournament, push on your hand. You're going to be on a 12-minute break. 12-minute break. Registration closes at the end of this break.
Yeah, remember, we're on a 30-minute delay, so when I told you Mike was going out there, it takes a little while for him to get seated. Oh, boy, but we're going to have some fun when Mike, the Skull Reisman, steps into seat 1 and tangles with these sharks. John G. Mike is going to actually be playing. He left the booth. That's what we're saying. Skull Mike left the booth and left me here for the last hour to bring it home here. 294. Yeah, we do need to. I don't know why some of these guys aren't putting their cards over the readers, but for the most part, they're doing a good job. Eric with Big Slick is going to make the bet. Over to TM with Queen 4 of diamonds. TM basically will see any flop. Ace, Ace, 8. Eric with trips makes a smaller bet, just 50, and here comes a raise. Actually, it's a call from TM. Boat City for Eric, who's just stepped in this table, doubled up on his third hand, and is about to get a lot more chips here. Yeah, no, Mikey hadn't been on a break. He's actually been playing this last 30 minutes, but we haven't seen it yet because we're on a 30-minute delay. So when he went out of the room, he started playing immediately. And so we're going to see him probably play for about 30 minutes. Any minute now. No, Mike didn't go get dinner. He's actually playing. So see that purple chip on Eric's stack? That's $500. Black chips are 100. Green chips are 25. Red chips are 5. It's 5-5 uncapped. Most of the players have well over 4,000, 5,000. $288 in the chat. Please subscribe. Looks like a raise from Mark with his 5-7 suited. And Eric's going to come along with his pocket 4s. Eric just has good hands after good hands, good starters. Jack, Jack, 10. Neither player hits any of that. So there's a raise from Eric. I think we might get some help here from Alex, might come in the booth to help final 30 minutes. We'll see if we can get him in. Here comes a raise from Mark, playing with some chips, some raisin chips. He's going to fold, though. And Eric wins another hand. Eric just steps on in and starts winning cash by the thousands. Look at him, up 2,500. Zach up 6,100 tonight. Not a bad sandwich for the man in seat 8, Zach with a K. Yeah, the card sensors are working. You see the cumulative winnings coming up on the last 30, 40 minutes of the stream. Looks like there might be a $10 straddle from Zach. Button folds. Over to Miss Outlaw, she folds. Big blind will call, of course. TM hasn't not seen a flop all night. Why start now? So we'll go 3 ways to the flop. Cy, Zach, and TM. These are probably 3 of our active players. And you saw Skull Mike. He just entered. Seat 1, 9-5 deuce. All puppies. There's an 8, so now a pair of 8s for TM and a flush draw. Heads up. Queens and 8s. TM just keeps winning pots. That's all he does, guys. Makes it 65. Quick call from Cy. Cy with a pair of 8s. TM with 2 pair, and TM's going to win. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to direct your attention to seat 1. As he pulls his chips out of his tray, none other than Skull Mike is sitting in seat 1. And we've got Alex will join us, one of the supervisors here at the lodge. He'll join us the last few minutes of the stream. You see Skull Mike sitting in seat 1. Let's see what he does, folks. And Alex, welcome.
Thanks, Rick. It's great to be here.
Welcome. You're going to step in and help bring us home. As Skull Mike is back at the table.
Right where he belongs. It's a great lineup we got tonight.
Oh, it's been crazy. TM and Zach in seats 7 and 8, they are just winning all sorts of money. TM has yet not to see a flop, and he raises it up. Looks like he makes it 130. And Zach folds his queen 6. Taylor with king jack of clubs. Clubs have been coming all night long. He's got to know that. He's going to say, I've got to at least see a flop with these clubs. Cy, who's been pretty active, will make the call with his ace 9. And back to Miss Outlaw, who's got stacked, went over to Waterburger, got her a little burger, and came back and trying to get it back. So we'll go 4 ways to a flop.
4 ways not ideal for pocket queens, but when you're playing hands all the time, you're going to get a lot of action there.
Oh, 2 clubs, so that's good for Taylor. 9, 10, 7. Pair of 9s for Cy. Pair of 10s for Outlaw. Well, something for everybody there.
Taylor's got a combo draw, double guttered plus the flush draw.
Yeah.
Quite the hand there, expecting to put in a check raise, my guess. Miss Outlaw looking, trying to figure out what's going on. 4 ways. Gives up the king 10. Good lay down for her.
Top pair, nice kicker. She gave it up pretty quick. Over to TM with his overpair. The ladies!
TM, a great player, cashed in our 200K a couple weeks ago. And he's been very active on the cash tables recently. Looks like he's just going to flat call.
He has just been in every pot with hands that are just unbelievable that he would even call them, and he just loves to see flops.
Yeah.
Here's the turn. Another 10, and oh, Miss Outlaw would have had a trips. She folded her 10.
I was a little surprised to see Taylor only flat call that flop with so much equity, 2 overs and the combo draw. But the blank on that turn. Now Cy is here trying to figure out what's going on. What are people calling him with? Well, that's not going to deter him from betting 800, it looks like.
Pat, if you think the game is pretty soft, we invite you to come on to the lodge, exit 251, Round Rock, Texas. Your cash is good. Play against these guys if you think they're soft, if it's free money. Come on down to the lodge. We'd love to have you. We'll get you on. It's soft when you can see cards. That's when a game is soft. When somebody puts $800 out there and you have to call it with your top pair, it's not as soft. TM is going to fold.
TM's folding.
Wow.
The best hand Still expect Taylor to call here. Not many boats for Cy here. Maybe 10-9. But that's not going to be too much of his range, so he's still probably live. Body language, he's actually thinking about folding this, though. Cy doesn't have that much behind, so if he does hit, he's probably not going to get paid off too much. Doing all that math in his head. What is Cy betting with? Probably thinking Cy has that 10 that Miss Outlaw had. Miss Outlaw probably very furious with herself right now, folding the King 10. When you play a hand like King 10 and then hit it, and then fold, that's
Yeah,
an
hit
interesting
top
play there.
pair, good kicker.
But,
She's been taking a lot of hits tonight,
sure.
and sometimes that affects it too.
And now we're going to go to a river.
5 of hearts, so Cy's going to win this with 2 pair. Taylor had that combo draw from the get-go, just never came for him. And Cy is going to check it down and win a $3,700 pot. And Miss Outlaw is going, man, that was a way that I could have gotten all my money back right there.
That's right. That's Cy picking up a nice pot there. Interesting bets on the turn for him, but he gets it done. He's able to dodge all the 10s in the deck. Got the best 2 hands to fold, both TM with his queens and Miss Outlaw with her King 10 there.
Yeah, Damien, players can watch the live stream. The reason being is we are on a 30-minute delay. So the live stream is actually on in the club for folks to watch, but it's a 30-minute delay. So there's nothing that they're going to get from watching the live stream. They're all they're seeing is what we're seeing right now is the hand that took place 30 minutes ago. So, yeah, we let them watch the live stream because we have it on 4 or 5 TVs right here in the club. So there you go. That's how they're able to do that. Jack 6 for Cy will fold over to Mark, and he'll fold. Miss Outlaw, the cutoff, will make it 20. TM, who's yet not to see a flop, will come along, 20. As does Zach. Back over to the big blind. 15 more. Still don't know what TM has. TM, we need to get TM to put his cards over the reader. Flop comes Queen 10-5, 2 clubs.
Interesting here is no one hits a pair, so the first person to sneeze at it. Oh, excuse me. TM has actually bottom pair. He shows up now with the 5-4 offsuit. Maybe an ambitious call for the button, but it winds up flopping the best of it here. And he's going to be folding the best hand. My guess is Zach will as well.
And I say that half jokingly, folks, but we'll get you at the table. If you are a player out there that sees this action and says it's easy money and these guys are fish, then we will get you at the table. I guarantee you. Just call us up, send Mikey an email at his email address on the scroll, and if it's that easy, come with your money. Here at the Lodge, we'd love to have you. We'll roll the red carpet out for you, and you play and see if this game is really soft. That's all. There's the Rock, the $25 auto straddle, mandatory straddle.
Cy forgetting how to fold there. Cy's first day playing, I guess. Only fish are doing that. I guess that is kind of a sign of a soft game, Rick, when people can't even fold their cards properly.
316 now in the live chat. We thank each and every one of you, even those people who are giving us some hell tonight. 25 for Miss Outlaw with 5-3 suited. Miss Outlaw from the Dallas-Fort Worth area came down, asked, can I be on the stream tonight? We made a place for her. Glad we did. She's got a great woman, and she's got a great dog. Nice little dog.
The
Service
dog is
dog.
very cute.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Here comes Frank's flop. 9-7 king, all rainbow. TM with a king.
TM's strategy of playing literally every hand is paying off tonight. He's still playing with the winnings that he got from the 200K. tournament that we had when he cashed, and he did well. Zach's looking him up here with middle pair. Once again, when you play every hand, you're going to get called light in places because you have basically no range.
Yeah, there's the ace of clubs. TM still with a pair of kings. Zach with a pair of nines here. Both very deep. You see how deep they are. Zach almost 10K deep. Got the most chips on the table between the two of them. They got 15K on the table. And still have yet to see Skull Mike in seat 1 play a hand. Skull Mike back in the booth.
All right. Skull Mike is back here, and he's offering me some donuts for my hard work. We appreciate him. I'm not sure. I don't see the tears in Skull Mike's eyes. I'm not sure how that means he did for this next half hour, but I'll let you guys take a look at that. Appreciate you having me on for a couple minutes.
Hey, you know, Alex, you're always welcome. You know that.
Well,
Alex, one of the great supervisors here at the Lodge. Everybody likes Alex. There's not one person that doesn't like Alex. I'm telling you, great man. Skull Mike, you're back in. You haven't played a hand yet. Are you going to play a hand tonight? Or give us a spoiler alert. Did you play one hand?
I played one hand, Rick.
Uh-oh. that does not sound good.
I played one hand, and I was in the blender.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm glad we didn't use time banks tonight, because shit, I would have used all my time banks.
So Skull Mike's back. That means, as you know, we're probably about less than 30 minutes from ending this stream tonight. But that means there's some excitement coming your way.
I hate that one seat too, but that was the death seat tonight, so I had to hop
was.
in.
Scotland
missed
went
it.
all
I
in with
missed
an
it.
ace-9 and was snap called by ace-king. Pre-flop, ace-9 suited. It was tough. Tough hand for Scotland. We're going to have to ask
We
him
got
about that.
315 in the chat. I hope everybody's hit that like button, subscribe to the channel already as we come down the wire. Our Saturday night big game. Man, I was unprepared to hop into this game. I don't have my full arsenal on me. I was enjoying my time with you in the booth, Rick, but then I got just thrown into the fire.
Wow, this is going to be exciting. There's something good's coming down for Mikey. It doesn't sound good because he doesn't have that normal pep in his step right now. Could have been touched up. You know who's just on fire is Eric in seat 2. He just sat down, 3 hands. He doubled up. Then he's been winning left and right.
What hand did he double up with? I missed it.
He doubled up
That's before I got there.
against Scotland.
Awesome.
The ace-9 boot punt from Scotland, and he had ace-king and just flopped a king and literally doubled up $2,400.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Well,
Scotland.
at least down the wire in this game, everybody started loosening up and straddling a lot. So we're going to see double, triple, some quadruple straddles.
TM finally folds before the flop. I think he played every single hand to the flop up until that point, if I'm not mistaken. Skull Mike will fold his king 7 on the button.
I got Ship It going across the mask, by the way. I had the mask running.
Skull Mike is not crying, but we do know
I'm
that
in the booth here. I had my COVID shot. I'm a little tired. I've had a long day, so no tears.
Yeah, if he was really upset, he wouldn't have come back in the booth. He would have let Alex finish out. So I can't imagine don't feel bad for Mikey losing a few dollars. $50.
Losing a few dollars, huh? Interesting.
Well, did you lose? I don't know.
Time will tell, Rick.
It doesn't seem like you won. 7 of
Time will tell.
clubs. Pair of 9s for Cy. As always, want to thank our executive producer tonight, Dave Klaproth, doing an excellent job. Got some people tonight. Well, not some people. One person said, just said something about the graphics. If anything, the graphics
Right.
are the number one thing we have.
Dust it off, Rick. Dust it off.
I like to give some feedback, though. I put it up against anybody. I think I wouldn't. I told him, I said, you show me a poker show that has better camera work and graphics than us, and other than Poker Go, which has a $10 million studio. We don't have that, folks.
Yeah, and they don't do a lot of stuff live either. We're on the fly. We're here with you on a 30-minute delay, giving it our best effort, all for y'all's enjoyment. So just suck it up, take what you get. Hopefully you like it. I know the majority of you do. And if there's one or two of you that don't, we don't really care.
Yeah.
We're just having fun here Saturday night.
Uh-oh. Skull Mike coming into a pot, raising it up.
Yeah.
With Queen Jack to 80. But he quickly gets re-raised to 250 from Eric.
Yeah, I was just trying to attack some dead money, straddle money here, but I know I'm dominated by so many spots. Eric is pretty light, so Eric is, I mean, I'm dominated by so many hands, and Eric's been playing pretty tight, so I can't do much with that Queen Jack.
Eric has not lost a hand if he's in. Eric has not lost a hand. Cumulative winnings, you see Zach is just killing it tonight. He's told me earlier how much he's won over the last 3 weeks here at the Lodge, and tonight is going to add even more zeros.
Up 6K. Well, what a heater he's been on. Huh? Oh. I missed a couple of the hands when I sat down, so he wasn't very active. It must have been when I was in transition, but he's been just killing it.
He has been killing it.
Killing it.
Yeah, Rusty Gold. I agree with that. Don't talk. Don't give anybody some airtime. But you know what? Here's the deal. We're trying to be as best as we can, and we do appreciate. There are many times when somebody gives us a comment and we say, you know what? You're absolutely right.
Yeah, we're good. We're good, Ricky. No problems here. It's a beautiful world.
$40 is the.
We're blessed to be here playing the game we love. Nothing can bring us down. What do I have here? King 10, only $40. I'm in late position. I'll see a flop. Can't be a nit on your own show, right, Rick? Hey, nitty gritty, wake up.
I'm
Rick.
waiting for you to play a hand. You bet once and got shut down here.
Yeah, I was dominated. Ace Queen versus, what did he have? Queen Jack? There's no way I'm going to win that hand. Gotta go bye-bye when there's no chance to win a hand.
Frank, Queen 3-6. Taylor with top pair. Straight draw for Miss Outlaw. Miss Outlaw's had a tough time tonight. She folded just a hand a minute ago. King 10, flop came a 10 high. She would have won with trips. A huge hand that Cy took down with 2 pair.
Queen 8, I thought that was kind of a weak bet here by Taylor. I kind of put him on a weak queen, but I thought about attacking it, but there's still so many people in the hand, and I'm not super deep. I bought in kind of short compared to what was already on the table, so I wanted to be a little conservative on my stack because I only had 1 bullet on me. Wasn't prepared to be in this game.
So one bullet? I've never seen you only have 1 bullet.
I wasn't
3.
Wasn't planning on being in the game tonight, Rick.
But normal walking around money for you is about 10 grand.
Please, don't say that. You're gonna put a bounty on my head. I don't have to look over my shoulder in the streets, Rick. Come on now. You know better than that.
$100 is the bet. $5 tip chip goes to Frank. You know, I'm kidding. Please. You usually carry about $5 in quarters.
I only have about $200, and that's the money that you gave me on last Wednesday. That's usually what I carry around. The free money that you donate to me with Jack 8 offsuit. That's what I hold. I have it framed in my pocket.
I know you do.
Yeah.
And you're going to keep it because that's the only money you'll ever get.
No, you said might be the only money.
Might be.
I'm gonna take my punishment, my couple-month punishment, and then we're gonna mix it up again on the felt. Yeah. We will.
Here's the rock again, the $25 auto straddle. Cumulative winnings you see there. Let's see. We know that something interesting might be coming down the pike here in this last 15-20 minutes.
Everybody hit that like and subscribe button. Do us a favor. That's usually where we hit our biggest numbers in the final hour as we approach 11 o'clock tonight. Last couple minutes of the stream, and it will be a doozy as we come down the wire. I promise you that. Might be donating some money to some players here very, very shortly.
Cheryl Spencer says to Kristen Stein. I loved your shirt on Wednesday. That was next level stuff. I tip my hat to Kristen, who took off her jacket, and she was wearing the famous Lava Lamp shirt that Jake Stein made famous a few weeks ago, and that was just next level brilliance from G Monkey, aka Kristen.
If I'm not mistaken, Jake Stein's probably smoking up some brisket right now at his facilities. Should be a doozy tomorrow. A little post-stream Sunday fun day barbecue. Ricky.
Well, that's nice to get the invite. Maybe someday I'll be in that inner circle. I thought I was friends with the Stein family. I guess I'm not.
Not close enough yet.
My goodness.
Not close enough.
That's okay. I still like them.
Yeah, as you should.
I'm not gonna,
they like you too.
I'm
Don't
not
worry
going
about
to be offended.
A
looks
battle
like
of
we're gonna-
Ace Rag versus Ace Rag.
There's the 8, though, for Zach.
Zach
with
on
an
Zach
H.
Crime. Yeah, with an H, not the K. With an H.
Great stream. Enjoyed it from me, Zach. My Zach. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, my Zach. I don't recognize your name, so this might be one of your first times. If it is, like and subscribe. If it's not, then my apologies, but we appreciate the support here. Ace 8 takes it down there, and we're going to go on to the next one, and I believe the straddles are going to start getting, they're going to start to heat up here. I think the 10 comes on, and then I think I'm eyeing his stack right now. The 10 quickly comes on. I snap the 25.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And then my man Eric snaps 50.
Uh-oh.
And Sai doesn't do it. Sai's better than that.
Quadruple straddle here.
Sai should have put on the Hyundai.
Toaster strudel. Eric.
He should have put on the Hyundai.
And I do want to give a special shout out to Cheryl. She gave every woman a rose. Did not know she was going to do that on Ladies' Night. Very nice touch. Thank you, Cheryl. 150 now is the bet. Over to Skull Mike. He's going to lay it down.
6 deuce offsuit. Got nothing to work with.
TM just pulling chips to his way.
Zach still our big winner. Mrs. Outlaw running into it on her first time on the stream. That's all right. She's a fan of the show, and she's welcome to come back for future streams. She's a very nice lady, so hopefully she can turn it around down the stretch as well. But Zach and Eric on the up top with TM as well with the big money tonight. Uh-oh, look at this straddle we got going on.
80? $80
So we got
straddle.
5, 5, 10, 20, 40, 80.
Quintuple? What is 5? Quintuple straddle?
I don't know. You're a UT graduate, so
Yes.
you shouldn't be asking the Arizona graduate after you just bash us to shreds.
$80 straddle.
Maybe you should take out your notebook and take a note on this hand, Ricky.
319 in the chat.
Maybe.
Coming up on overtime. We're at 11 o'clock Central Time. Don't forget to put your clock 1 hour forward if you live in the areas of the country that has daylight saving time, not savings time. I got scolded by one of our viewers.
So much dead money out
Uh-oh.
here. I wake up with the Gretzkys. You know, I'm a hockey fan. Trying to attack some dead money.
Oh, my goodness. Here it comes. Skull Mike put some black chips out there. 310. Over. Sai is out, so it's back over to Mark now with Jack 7 offsuit.
Mark's going to defend here. So much dead money. Monster straddle to $80. Mark wants the tango with Mike as I take another peek here. So we're going to go heads up.
Well, you got it in good so far. Pocket nines versus Jack 7 offsuit. 8-4-6, 2 diamonds, a straight draw now for Mark. Looking for a 5 or a jack. He's got 7 outs. Skull Mike, what is he going to do here? What are you thinking, Mikey?
I'm thinking I'm good here. Want to protect. It's a pretty wet board with 2 diamonds. Also straight draw possibilities. He didn't re-raise me pre, so it's still, you got to treat him kind of like a big blind scenario. He's got a, a range like that.
400.
Possible, 6s, 8s, and 4s could have connected with this as well if he just flats my bet there. Mark usually plays a little bit on the tighter side, so he's opening up his range here, defending, and he is not buying what I'm selling here, the 400. He quickly min clicks me
Oh my goodness.
to 800. He's looking pretty strong. Just trying to see how much I have back. Do a double check at my cards. I know what I have. I'm making my decision here now if I really want to continue with this hand moving forward, and what if what happens on the turn, how is that going to change my decision? If an overcard comes, am I still confident in my 9s, etc.? Just double checking my stack.
At this point, do you think you're
if I
good?
make the call here, I'm pretty much committing my stack.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just trying to decide what he might have, if I might be good. I'm still beating quite a ton. I'm a little bit where maybe he flops some dirty 2 pair. Maybe he has like an ace-8 type of hand. Maybe he's on the flush draw. So he could be doing this with a number of things to put pressure on me. But my hand right now is too strong to let go, so I make the call.
Call from Mikey.
I'm in positions here, so I still want to see what he does on the turn.
2,000 in the pot, and there's a 7. So now Mark has a pair of 7s. You now have an open-ended straight draw.
With the overpair to the board.
Yeah.
So he's got position on me, so he could have been re-raising me on the flop with a lot of draw-heavy holdings. And now knowing that what he has here, I'm surprised he doesn't check behind, picking up a pair, but he's still going to tell a story of a very strong hand, which makes sense as well. So he fires out another bet.
Looks like, what is it, 900? No, he bet, saying 1,200, so 1,200 to call. Didn't look like 1,200, but
no, it was. I think it was 900 was the bet.
Looks like 900.
And now if I think I'm good here on the flop, I picked up a lot more equity on the turn open, and it's still overpaired to the board, and my stack to pot ratio, you see what it is. I'm either folding or jamming, and I pretty much made my decision on the flop. If a 7 or some type of lower card like that comes, I gotta go with it. I can't surrender. So I'm going to end up ripping it in, Ricky.
Wow, let's see. He does. He rips it all in, folks. Skull Mike putting his money where his mouth is. Top pair, open-ended straight draw against a pair of 7s. And now Mark didn't snap call. You got to like that.
Yeah, it didn't snap me off. I was like, I thought he was on diamonds or something like that. Didn't snap me off. I was waiting for a full count. So now I feel a lot more confident. And
this is a big bet.
Yeah, I can't just flat that. I made my decision on the flop, and there were a lot of cards on the turn that I would not like, but it's crazy things happen, and quadruple straddle hands. He was the last one to defend.
I like this play. Let's see if it works out.
You can't look like a nit under the lights at table 11. That's no nits allowed.
Ooh.
But I'm feeling very confident now that it not get snapped off. It's only like 600 or 700 more for him to call, and he's invested so much that he can't fold here. You can't fold, especially if you have a pair. Folding's not in the cards.
5,200 already in there. With
Yeah.
your bet, it's a huge pot, maybe the biggest pot of the night. I want to say it's turning into the biggest, well, close to it. We had that double up.
I'm just sitting there thinking, wow, he really did have diamonds. So I was pretty confident with my read. Was willing to go with it, do or die. Even if I am beat here, I know I have a lot of outs. If he has 2 pair, he has a set, at least I'm drawing to, a 10 or a 5. So I have backup in case it's needed. I have the backup. So that felt good, and that's why I leaned on the shove there. So he's going to end up making the call.
Yeah, it is just
He's going to make
just
the call.
about 300 or 400 to call. We don't have the exact graphics. I think we bet 900. Mike ripped it for
He calls.
15.
He calls.
So
for
he
600,
calls.
yeah. And we end up running it twice. He wanted to run it 3 times. I said once or twice. He wants, so we go twice.
Two times. And let's see what happens here. 5 outs for Mark, a jack or a 7. There's a 5.
So I have the higher straight to the 9. I locked the first one up.
Straight for you, Mikey. And let's see what here. There's the 9.
Scooper.
So scooper duper. Mikey. Skull Mike. What are you coming here so sad for? You just want a huge hand.
Can't give it away, Rick.
Skull Mike.
If you like that hand, like and subscribe to the channel. We do this every Wednesday and Saturday, folks.
Skull
the big
Mike
game
goes
coming
out
through
there.
in the blender, in the tank. Correct read. Got lucky there on the run out.
I'm
and
so
big
glad that
scooper.
half of it goes to me because I let you go out there.
I did promise you dinner at a restaurant of your choosing, though,
I'm
Rick.
going to
So
take advantage of that.
you can shoot me an email at the bottom of the screen, Rick. You have my private number, but you can reach me via email. Let me know the restaurant and date and time that you would like, and we'll make it happen. Me and you, Rick.
Very nice. Skull Mike did this one for his viewers.
Yeah.
All he does is rake chips his way.
Chips by the pound.
Chips by the pound, one of the all-time great names we've had on the Lodge live stream. Chips by. We want to get him back. He's from Houston. He had a good night. He should want to come back. What do y'all think about that? 360 in the live chat.
Yikes.
Let us know how Skull Mike played that hand. Couldn't have played it any better as far as I'm concerned. And looks like that might be the last hand of the night as we see the stats roll by. And Skull Mike steps out in 30 minutes work, makes about $3,000.
It's a good hourly.
It's a good hourly.
I'm going to hop in this game post-stream. I told the guys I'd be back. I can't hit and run like that, but I wanted to pop in with the booth with you down the stretch.
Pre-flop raise, you see TM, and you see the stats. Mike, your final thoughts on this stream?
Another good one. And on Wednesday, we have that special 5-5 game as well. So these big games are going to continue. Tune in on Wednesday night for the Queen of Felt game special. You're not going to want to miss it. There are going to be plenty of big pots just like tonight.
For Dave Klaproth, our executive producer, for Skull Mike, the man who just made $3,000 in 22 minutes on this live stream, my name is Rick Epstein. We'll see you next Wednesday night on Poker Night at the Lodge.
$200.